Send him to the front.
He's careful. I can do a lot of damage with this microphone on.
Boy, ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth? You could ruin somebody's life. Just
right now, by request from Josh, we have a poem from Paul Gilmartin.
Oh, wow.
I recommend Paul's work, certainly, and he's got a nice podcast out there. But this goes back a few years. And this is a very short poem, and you'll see why with the context in which young Josh brought it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, a thought from Paul Gilmartin.
A poem called Free Fall Sex from the 7th Floor. Down the elevator shaft they plunged, hurtling towards their death, their faces drawn by Edvard Munch. They smelled the devil's breath. Your tongue, she said at number 3. Let me see its size. He grinned and licked his forehead. She buckled at the thighs. The impact satisfied them both. Police were left some clues. A smiling woman all alone in a stranger's pair of shoes.
You see what happened there.
Yes, that wasn't the poem, but why not listen to...
Sure, we'll do a series of them. We can make it a day.
I'm going to make a bold statement.
What's that?
We are packed with sports today.
Oh, really?
Good, because we don't have news.
What do you think of that?
This is your day.
We might not have news
That's
today.
great.
What's funny because there was
a record that one morning. We did sports all morning.
Yep.
Remember that?
It's funny because Scott Van Pelt from ESPN.
SVP, a fine Redskins fan. Go ahead.
He was recently interviewed, and he said there were times he's been struggling to get enough content to get through his show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
really? Not the 20 people behind scenes getting
no
stuff
joke.
together for him, and he's just the on-camera talking head. He's really struggling to put his show together. Is that what his problem is?
Yeah, that is a problem. There's nothing to talk about because there's no sports, except all you can talk about is the behind-the-scenes stuff, which is incredibly boring.
I'm the managing editor of the Sports Center. Sure you are, Scott. Just shut up and read the teleprompter.
Hey, look, having nothing to talk about has never stopped you from doing a show. So,
thank goodness for that. Yes. And I'm not the one doing all the talking there, Clowney.
Did you ever watch Rachel Ray?
Yes, I have.
What's wrong with Rachel Ray?
Nothing. I'm just saying you don't have to have any content to have a show.
Whoa,
You ever watch
I'm
The
not
Talk?
going to sit here and have you insult one of America's treasures, Rachel Ray.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
Me
big
too.
fan. Just saying, content free. Okay, let's see. Coming up,
Have you seen her twice-baked potato recipe? Are you crazy?
God, I'm a big fan of twice-baked potatoes. Who thought of that? What a great idea.
So good. Now we got a topic.
Oh, we could do the top 3 potatoes. That's one of the easiest ones of all time.
We can do it harder. We can do the top 3 foods that have to be cooked twice. You got your refried beans.
Holy hell.
Baked potato.
Yeah.
What else?
And your...
Triple baked squash? No, that's not a thing.
Oatmeal. I often have to take the oatmeal out and go, oh, no, it's still too cold, and I put it back in.
Well, top 3 potatoes, McDonald's French fries.
And number 1. Yeah.
Number 1. Number 2, baked potato. That's my second.
Oh, yeah.
And number 3, mashed potatoes with my secret ingredient, sour cream.
Yeah, that's a good
yes.
move,
Oh, yes.
So that's a pretty good order.
And you wash the starch off them before you mash
Very
them.
nice. Very,
And then
very
you get one
nice.
of those ricers. You push the potatoes.
Okay. All right.
You want to hear about it?
No, I don't. This is like watching ESPN Sports Center. There's nothing to talk about.
I don't have anything to read.
Scott Van Pelt talking about riced potatoes.
I better stay up and find some top
his
right, Scott.
His producer's knitting a noose.
You get stuff
for some
together to read
content.
like I get stuff together to read, Scott. I know the score.
Once again, Chick McGee threatening to do some sports. We'll certainly look forward to that. Chick McGee, by the way, is at his post. It's the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Real quick, I want to remind you, you've got a contest going on. You could win yourself some great earbuds. The E25s from Raycon. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. See what I'm talking about. Also, real quick, I want to remind you the Bob and Tom store. We're giving all the money away, so buy some stuff if you want, and we'll give it to Feeding America, a great charity right now for some folks who need some help, and we're happy to do that. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show features the voices of Christy Lee and Josh Arnold, son and daughter of United States Army veterans, and the United States Navy beckons you because...
We are members of the Navy Federal Credit Union, and no one is more reliable and committed than the men and women of the military. That's why since 1933, Navy Federal Credit Union has been committed to being there for their members through all of life's challenges. May happens to be Military Appreciation Month, and Navy Federal Credit Union is proud to serve active duty military veterans and their families.
That's right. During Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union is celebrating with special offers on car loans, credit cards, certificates, and more. Now, more than ever, we want to say thank you.
So why not join Navy Federal Credit Union in thanking service members during Military Appreciation Month? Thank you for your service, sir and ma'am. Show your appreciation with tweets, posts, captions, and letters using the hashtag #MissionMilitaryThanks.
You're welcome, little lady. That was a serviceman.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
That was a
nice.
handsome serviceman talking to
It
you.
was. I loved
Does it say ad lib in there?
It does not. Serving active duty veterans and their families. Navy Federal Credit Union.
Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is federally insured by the NCUA, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Now, again, that gentleman reappeared there.
Thank you for your service, sir.
You're very welcome.
Speaking of the Navy, saw the Blue Angels yesterday. That's only awesome.
How amazing. Just incredible.
Let's fly really fast this close.
Wait a minute. Exactly.
That's cool. Coming up, we have apparently a lot of stuff in sports.
Oh, yeah. Packed up wall to wall, baby.
And a very special surprise coming up today. And Pat Godwin, you got a song for us coming up?
I do
understand?
indeed.
Okay, we'll certainly look forward to that. And we have the world's shortest man,
That's a world record.
mice, pandas, and Chinese stuff.
Okay.
Chinese almost.
Chinese stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
we got bears and pandas and the national anthem, et cetera. So this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Wednesday. It is May 13th, 2020. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Got a great show lined up for you today, and we're glad you're here to join us. Hump Day, everybody. We'll make it through today together. Thanks so much again for joining us here on a Wednesday, May 13th, 2020. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Lights on Broadway will stay dim through the summer. The Broadway League says no shows will hit the boards in New York before Labor Day, and even then, there's no set date for shows to reopen. Broadway's been shut down since March 12th as the new coronavirus began spreading in New York and elsewhere. Those of you with tickets may get refunds or exchange. Ian Anderson is blaming 50 years of being on stage with smoke machines for a health problem he says will eventually kill him. The Jethro Tull frontman says he has chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, better known as COPD, which he was diagnosed with a few years ago. He says it's incurable and that his days are numbered. And Darius Rucker will perform the national anthem as NASCAR resumes the season that was put on hold due to the virus. Rucker will sing before Sunday's NASCAR Cup Series race at Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. Drivers will have their temperatures taken as they enter the track, and no fans will be present. However, you will be able to watch it on Fox. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Most cats, they got that attitude and look on their face like Tom watching people serve themselves at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
Swear to God. You know what I'm talking about, chick.
Oh, yeah.
Equal parts disdain and contempt. You know, just staring and judging. Oh, speaking of buffets, how long for you guys feel safe venturing into one of them again?
Well,
I hope pretty soon. I can't wait, actually.
I'd rather take a cruise to Haiti and eat raw murder hornets on the half shell.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh Lord, I'm on a mission. Listen to my plea. I need the perfect woman to spend her life with me. A sweet and loving woman is all that I'm looking for. Oh, and Lord, it wouldn't hurt if she was really stacked, had a lot of money, laughed at all my jokes, and owned a liquor store. All right, Lord, here's what I need. I made a list. I don't need no fancy lady, prim and propers for someone else. If she won't drink beer from a bottle, Lord, I'd rather drink by myself. She needs a mouth like a trucker. I need a woman who can make some noise. If she didn't have those mammoth hooters, she'd just be one of the boys. I need a woman of the 90s who knows I'm not a sexist jerk. She knows her place is still in the kitchen, and she goes there straight from work. I gotta find me a woman, a downtown, all around, not afraid to get down woman. I gotta find me a woman like I never had. I gotta find me a woman who sweats real bad. I need a natural woman, not one with that big old hair. She's at home watching all the ball games, scratching in her underwear. She gotta be good at poker, gotta bait her own fishing line. I need a woman who's up front with me and still has a great behind. That's all I need, Lord. See, I don't need a filet mignon kind of girl. I need a woman who enjoys a Whopper. I need a woman who'll say those three little words. Pull my finger. That's all I need. She doesn't drive no fancy sports car. She's comfortable driving Rex. But most important, Lord, I need a woman who doesn't want to talk to me after sex. I hate that. I gotta find me a woman, a free-thinking, hard-drinking, not afraid to do some stinking woman. I gotta find me a woman like I never had. I gotta...
Different definition around 621 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy today, high 63. Showers move in overnight, low 50. Morning scattered thunderstorms, then cloudy skies and warmer on Thursday, high 82. Right now, 41 degrees.
Wow. Thank you very much, Christy
Sure.
Lee. Your shot at $1,000 coming up once again this morning. A time or two. Just ask Paul from Greenwood. Another big winner yesterday. Thank you, Paul. Let's see now. Where are we? Oh, I know. This is the Bob and Tom Show. I'm Tom. That's Ace Cosby, our engineer. In the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair, it's Josh Arnold. Hey, Josh.
Me. Hi, Tom.
Good to see you. And let's see, across the way in the very large studio we're in, so we're socially distanced. Although I think I want to get the HVAC system powered up a little bit. It's the crazycockwine.com sports chair occupied by Chick McGee.
Let me tell you something right now. Let me jump in here. The way you're doing this intro today, I like it very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
I cause a lot of static most of the time, but right now they're kind of laid back and nice. And
Yeah, also wearing her I'm locked in a cabin in the woods. It's Christy Lee.
I'm all sweaty. I've been chopping wood.
Very sexy wood chopping.
I'm hoping
flannel.
it's the last day of flannel. That's how I looked at it.
We're almost matching.
I know, almost.
Boy, the last day of flannel sounds like one of those gay conversion movies.
I've had it with fish dinner.
Sorry. Let's see, where was I? That's the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. And over there on the TV, it's Pat Godwin. Hi, Pat.
How you doing?
What's weird is the TV screen is now set where you would actually be sitting.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a slightly larger version of you without the odor.
Without the odor.
You know what?
Nice.
What a
Let me tell
day.
you something.
We started off nicely. Adam.
Josh and I we've been talking about that, and I'm glad you finally mentioned it, Tom. There was definitely an odor with Pat when he was in here. Yeah.
During the break, I went to get some coffee, and Dean, our producer, was back there, and I go, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "I have to get Pat his coffee." I go, "Pat can't get his own coffee?" "Oh, no, he's not allowed back here at all."
Nope.
Not even around the corner, you're not allowed.
Once again, Pat is in
I'm back
the
that 100%.
Pat is in the other building. In his studio, Christy Lee has dubbed the around the corner the Fudge is Made studio.
I have a nice shot of the restroom here as the door is open. Thank you, Tom.
Hey, Dean, how did it feel getting Pat's coffee?
I know.
There's got to be a fudge.
40 years in the business.
I think I'm going to get
Pat's coffee.
I'm going to get my friend Michael to make a around the corner the fudge is made banner for that studio.
Oh, that is good. A far away, isolated fudge shop somewhere in like Vermont.
With that name?
The Vermont Fudgery or something.
Maybe Mackinac Island.
To sponsor.
Famous for their fudge.
Yeah.
To sponsor.
Well, you remember the Uranus Fudge Factory off of
that's perfect.
Highway
Yeah.
44.
Their fudge is out of this world.
There really is a Uranus fudge factory?
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's it around the corner from?
Springfield, Missouri.
And a lemonade
There has
stand?
to be a billboard somewhere that says around the corner fudge is made at Uranus Fudge
There
Factory.
are a ton of billboards. I can't remember if one of them says that.
There's the around the corner candy store.
Well, they were close.
They're close.
Yeah, they
were.
didn't have the guts to go all the
No,
way.
they're in Illinois.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Let's see now. Where were we? We have some sports coming up. Do I have anything I'm supposed to mention here?
Hey, let's
I got a
dive
request.
right in.
Yeah, I'm sure that
You're going to like sports.
I know. Okay, I want to just talk to my people.
Once again, every now and then we get that honest sentence comes out of his mouth. I don't want to overlook it. That's what he thinks.
Let him talk to the proletariat.
That's right.
This
He
comes
has
from
his own little section that he talks to.
this comes to the people that email me, Bob and Tom.
Don't you dare say the word eagle.
Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. This is not about the Eagles. Although we do have a nice letter here about peacocks, which we'll get to coming up. For some reason, we've had two really good peacock stories in the news lately.
Yeah.
But this one is about Little Richard. This comes to us from Mark Olson. Thank you very much for
He's
the letter.
supposed to have a new album coming out.
Mark Olson?
No, Little Richard.
Oh.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, he was working on it. I hope it's any minute now.
Okay. As we try to re-steam up the bit, as you know, the great Little Richard died.
Been kind of quiet. I mean, I called him yesterday. No answer. It's weird.
And as you
Find
know,
that weird.
Little Richard passed away.
What?
Revolutionized American music in many ways. And an absolute treasure. So, but he's gone, and he requested quite the funeral. And Mark wants to hear about the audio from what he refers to as the aerial burial of Little Richard. And here we have it. This is the way Little Richard wanted to go.
This race is great balls of fire.
I don't.
It's raining men.
Oh, man.
Now, obscure It's Raining Men trivia. Anyone got this? You know where I'm going? Anybody?
I know it.
Okay, Pat, what is it?
Pat wrote it.
Who wrote it? I know who wrote it. He was a band leader on a very famous talk show.
It's
Doc Severinsen?
No. It's one of the only
Paul
songs. I believe it's one of the only songs he's ever written. The great Paul Schaefer.
He could have lived off of it, couldn't he have?
Absolutely, yeah.
And
Huge hit.
Paul has a terrific podcast, by the way. That's
I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know how long I can put up with this voice in a podcast.
His book is great. It's all positive.
Now you're talking.
He's very positive. That guy's friends with everybody, too.
Yeah.
Everybody loves him.
He's terrific.
Yeah, he is.
You
He
remember-
came in here, he was great.
Do you remember a show called Greg and Paul, A Year at the Top? I think it was on NBC for like a season.
Who was the Greg?
Greg Evigan, who went on to like BJ and the Bear or something.
Huh.
It was Paul Schaefer and this Greg guy, and they were musicians.
Well, in the beginning of SNL, Paul Schaefer missed some seasons because he had to go do that. Then he became the music director, went back to Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And then on to great things with David Letterman. But yeah, he wrote that song, It's Raining Men, one of the only songs, I think it may be one of the only ones he ever wrote.
I did not know that.
Terrific guy. And I would certainly recommend his book. As you say, very positive.
Totally
Yeah,
bald.
yeah.
Totally bald, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine knows him.
He's got eyebrows.
And Paul enjoys...
What's happening?
What? What are you going to do? You're going to
Likes the herb, right?
Likes the herb. There you go.
Hey, we need to be quiet. He's talking to his people. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Enjoys the reefer.
Yeah.
Mr. Schaefer.
Why not?
But
That's very rare anymore.
He's a great interviewer when he talks to his fellow musicians. So if you ever
Cool.
get a chance, listen to Paul. Now,
Okay, time for sports. And the first story is
Thank you, Mark Olson, for
Dennis Rodman. Ready?
Yes.
NBA legend Dennis Rodman has now revealed some details about his bromance, if you will, with North Korean despot Kim Jong-un. Rodman, now 58. You'll recall he went to Pyongyang in 2013 on a trip with the Harlem Globetrotters and other dignitaries. He told Mike Tyson on Tyson's podcast last week. Tyson's podcast is called Hot Boxing.
Called what?
I like it.
Hot Boxing.
Do they get high and
They
talk?
get high and they talk boxing and they hot box. Rodman said, I think I'm going to do an autograph show or play basketball, right? I don't know anything about North Korea. I'm stupid as F.
Right.
Okay. Kim came to meet us, Rodman says, following a basketball. I was playing a basketball game with the Globetrotters, and there's Kim Jong-un. He doesn't know. Rodman said, you like my Rodman said that Kim Jong said you
like what?
Wow,
you like my country.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
right.
Could we try to finish the big words?
Everybody be quiet. I'm talking to my people.
It's unbelievable.
You're going to be talking to some people later on.
Well, there's a C,
You like
there's a
my
C in
country?
FCC, you know.
And Rodman said, yeah, it's fine. It's cool. It's okay. And then Jong-un said, we asked Michael Jordan first, and he refused to come.
Really?
So they sent Rodman. And then Rodman said they quickly bonded. They spent the weekend together. And they went to dinner that night, and karaoke started. He was singing karaoke with hotties and vodka.
Hotties and vodka.
And the next thing he knows, Kim Jong-un is singing karaoke to Dallas, the theme song from the TV show
Oh, my
Dallas.
God.
How strange.
What? An 18-piece band of hot women came out and played the theme song from the 1978 TV show Dallas.
What?
That is nuts.
Kim Jong-un went to school in, Switzerland or something?
I think he did,
With a fake name, and he was a huge
That's the big
basketball
deal.
fan.
He
and-
speaks a lot more English than he lets on, I guess.
Did you see the theory, by the way, that
And he's
picture
got a
of Kim
really
Jong-un,
great country.
picture of Kim Jong-un is a double?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, the recent one?
He
Yeah.
supposedly has a number of doubles, and they're still not sure what's going on. I think he's holed up somewhere with
They could
a
have
bunch of hookers, and
They could have triples. I can't.
I just wish
try not to get the
know what the CIA's doing.
get the plague. Yeah.
Yeah, is the CIA taking a couple days off? Can
Right.
we do something about this?
Now,
poll conducted by the NBA, it's albeit informal, gives a clear sense players would like to not only get to the playoffs, but also resume at least some of the regular season, according to a person who shared details with Associated Press yesterday. Players stand to lose about $850 million in gross salary if the regular season is not resumed, and the NBA exercises its right to withhold roughly 1.08% of each player's salary for any game that turns out to be canceled. Don't ask me any questions. I don't know what this means to each individual player.
I can't ask any questions for that. I would have had to have listened to the story.
all I heard was someone's losing 1% of their check. Wow, big deal.
Major League Baseball.
I'll give them 1% of my check to shut up.
Major League Baseball made an opening presentation of the players yesterday. They want to start a delayed season, but a person familiar with the situation says, and the MLB did not make an economic proposal during the presentation. The meeting lasted between 3 and 4 hours, and the Players Association is needed to play ball, of course. Owners would like to see a virus-delayed season starting around the 4th of July in ballparks, their home ballparks, without fans.
Okay, so none of that Pineapple League stuff,
Right,
playing
none of them centralized in Arizona.
Yeah.
And
I saw Bob Costas talking about this yesterday, and he said that the players better be very careful if they
That boy loves baseball.
end up getting too greedy here, and I agree with him.
Yeah.
This one of the first stories in sports just for Tom. Arizona Governor Doug Ducey.
Oh, boy. That's a nickname you got in
Boy, you
college.
don't want that.
Yeah, he's a big open door guy at the frat. Hey, I hear Ducey's at it again here. I can smell it down in the game room.
Man.
You got your own nickname. Yo, Ducey!
Yeah.
He's opened the door for pro sports to return to Arizona. He said yesterday that professional sports, baseball, basketball, hockey, and the NFL can resume without fans this Saturday if it's up to him. The state is slowly starting to reopen. They're one of the states reopening. But I think there are several states reopened, and they're spiking again.
Well, I think isn't there a way to play baseball without a lot of contact?
It seems to me like...
It seems reasonable to me if they're testing all the men and the women.
Baseball,
they can do it.
Even in a batter-catcher situation, that's
And they were talking,
barely
weren't they
6
talking about
feet.
having some kind of robot umpires or something? And
Yeah, the
See,
technology's in place to do that.
And that wouldn't be necessary either.
Right.
Because
Just have the umpire wear a mask.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
umpire.
you all test everybody. And,
the umpire's already wearing a mask.
Or rather, check. True, but check their.
Admittedly,
That's a strong comment, not a joke. A comment.
Oh, that mask maybe doesn't have the proper mesh to be really catching the virus. I think we need a song here. Hey, Pat Godwin, how's that guitar doing?
More sports coming up.
Oh, we got the keyboard out. What do you feel?
Everything
like?
out.
What do you feel?
Got
like?
everything. Got
Not
everything.
Got no pants on. I smell like garlic.
Between that and Kim Jong Un's country, we're rolling this morning.
Yeah.
Let's get a little music. We've got a bunch of requests here coming up, and we're going to get another poem from Paul Gilmartin.
All right.
Shortly. What do you feel like playing, Pat?
People always ask me what I like most. I like toast. Let's do toast. No. Here is that went over well. Here.
You can do the man song, or
that was an opener. That was his opener for us.
Or are you going to do Orange Barrels? Which one are you going to do?
The truth is, I didn't have my papers in front of me, so I had to do a little shifting. We've been talking about romance in the Corona age, and we've been taking a humorous look at it. And hopefully, here is one. Here's another humorous look. Hello, neighbor. Patty G here. Since Corona, we got to stand clear. You're so pretty. Are you single? It's hard to meet someone these days when you ain't
able to mingle.
You can't mingle
or something. I'll throw the words in.
Mingle rhymes with single. Yeah.
I sent a drone with a sweet letter. It said, let's hook up when times are better. She said, I really want to see ya. I have no symptoms, just a little diarrhea. So we just texted and started clicking. Corona romance seems to be sticking, but we have to keep our distance at the Center for Disease Control's insistence. I got the lyrics close to me now so I can actually sing it. She's a drinker, me, I'm sober. She is 40, I'm somewhat older. She goes to church and I'm a sinner. I love the Beatles, she says she digs Leonard Skinner. Because of Corona, we're just waving. Now we've started misbehaving. We FaceTime nightly, and I'm thankful. Her top is off, my pants are down around my ankles. There you go,
That's romance in the age of Corona.
I've got an idea for a poll, real quick.
A poll?
A poll. Put it up on our social.
All right.
Which one of us gets the nickname Doocy?
Doocy?
Better not be me.
I'm going to vote Christy.
Why?
See, this is just the kind of stupid poll we're not going to do.
I don't ever dooce here.
Coming up, we'll be hearing another poem. Yeah, Christy doesn't like to do the away games, right?
No.
You want the home field advantage?
Yes.
You saying I don't do here made it that all worth it.
Okay.
What's that technology called where you put on the mask and you can see in 3 dimensions? What's that called?
VR, virtual reality.
I want to do a virtual reality product called Home Field Advantage. And
I think this is smart.
you'd put this thing on when you were like at a really nasty roadside toilet.
Maybe in Tijuana.
You put this on and all of a sudden, it's sparkling clean. It looks just like my place.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see is that a rust stain or fresh? You know what I'm talking about. Right now, we're going to move forward. We got some cool stuff coming up in sports. Interesting stuff in the news. We got pandas. We got your Bass. Did you hear about the Bass Pro Shop thing?
We got a
I
record.
gave that to him.
That's funny.
We got a record that a world record pretty much for someone who's still alive.
Okay.
And they set the world record.
And one of our favorite people is in the news, Bill Murray. We'll talk about what he's got going on with another one of my favorite people, Guy Fieri, the great chef. So that's cool. But right now, I want to remind you that Napa is out there. And as things are winding up or down, whichever way you think they're winding, you got to keep your car and your truck running. That's what Napa's all about. Napa's doing its best to help serve every community out there and every driver with Napa Auto Parts stores, Napa Auto Care Centers, and, of course, at NapaOnline.com. That's a great resource if you're doing some stuff and you want to get some stuff done. Just go to NapaOnline.com if you got some extra time at the house. Whether you're headed to the store, that's important, or going to work if you're able to work, we hope you are, or just trying to get home safely, Napa is there to provide quality parts and superior service because they've got great people behind those counters. We call them folks with Napa know-how. Check out your favorite Napa Auto Parts store or go online, like I said, NapaOnline.com. Or have them do the work for you at a great Napa Auto Care Center. They're our friends at Napa. They've got Napa know-how. When we come back, what do we have, Chip?
Sports coming up.
Okay, make it more exciting.
Right here.
Give me a little bit of that enthusiasm you had at the top of the hour.
Sports story just for Tom coming back.
Okay.
Tom Sports.
I have no idea.
Tom Sports, that's exciting.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Win a free pair of wireless Raycon earbuds. Just locate the Raycon contest code in the Bob and Tom app on the newsfeed. Then enter it at bobandtom.com/contest. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Got a great show for you today. It is Wednesday, May 13th. Hump Day, everybody. On the way, our resident geek, Jessica Alsman, comedian Tom Papa, and our relationship expert, Allie Breen from New York City, all joining us via Zoom, socially distancing here at the Bob and Tom Show. You know, keeping it real. It's going to be a great show. Thanks for joining us on a Wednesday.
I'm Chick McGee, and from the crazycockwine.com sports desk, this is your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Major League Baseball made an opening presentation to the Players Union yesterday on terms to start the virus-delayed season. A person familiar with the discussion says that MLB did not make an economic proposal during its opening presentation. The meeting lasted between 3 and 4 hours. An agreement with the Players Association needed to play ball. Owners would like to see the pandemic-delayed season starting around the 4th of July in ballparks without fans. The NFL has awarded 2 new grants and renewed 7 others through its social justice platform Inspire Change. The new honorees are Council on Legal Education Opportunity and Success for All. Both organizations will use the funding for educational advancement. And a 28-year-old sumo wrestler has died from the virus. The Japan Sumo Association confirmed the death. He was identified by the Association of Shibushi, whose real name was Kiyotaka Suotake. The association said he died of multiple organ failure and complications of the coronavirus. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
And now, here's your chance to win a pair of wireless Raycon earbuds, just like the ones Chick McGee wears.
What?
That's right, and here's all you need to do. Download the free Bob and Tom app from iTunes or Google Play. Locate the Raycon contest code on the news feed. Enter that code at bobandtom.com/contest, and you're registered to win.
I can't believe I'm saying this. That makes perfect sense.
The Everyday E25 wireless Raycon earbuds, their best earbuds yet, with 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a compact design that gives you a nice noise-isolating fit.
You don't understand this because your mind doesn't work in a normal fashion.
Right.
All the details now at bobandtom.com. Thanks to Raycon, Chick McGee,
That's a joke.
and the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Okay, everybody. Hey, ladies, you ready?
Ready, Tom?
Okay, great. Chick, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, Tom. Mr. Griswold.
Thanks. Chick McGee Experience, take 1.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chick McGee, and this is my band, the Chick McGee Experience. Hello, ladies.
Hello, Mr. McGee.
Oh, please, girls. After last night, I preferred if you call me Chick.
What? How are you talking about?
Never mind. Since I topped the charts with my last hit single, I've had a few problems, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my cardiologist. Sure, I've been in and out of the hospital, and I've had more than one surgical procedure, but let me assure you, when it comes to the chickster getting down with the ladies, I have never had a problem in that area.
All right, everybody. Stand back. Time to get ready. Let's get funky. Get freaky. You know that I love to sing about that stuff so sweet and nasty. But since I did my last record, I've had the occasional angioplasty. Now, ladies, don't you be concerned. There's no need for mass hysteria. Because when it comes to getting putty, I've never had a problem in that area.
Chick, you are a nasty boy. Bring the ladies lots of joy. Biggest stuff we've ever seen. Chick, you are a sex machine.
Give me a whiff. Right on. Solid. Still stanky. Sure, there was some downtime when I had my operation. But now all the ladies are satisfied. Cause the old chickster's back in circulation. I admit that I was frightened. Facing death is bound to scare you. But when it comes to breaking off a little something, I have never had a problem in that area.
No one loves the way he can. He's a sexual superman. Always does the ladies right. He can keep it up all night.
Give me some sugar. Shaniqua. Reaching.
6:46 on the button at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has an update on the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy, 63 will be our high. Showers move in overnight, low 50. Morning scattered thunderstorms, and then cloudy on Thursday, but much warmer, up to 82.
Super cool seeing the Blue Angels yesterday doing the very well-deserved salute to all the great men and women out there working the front lines. That was so cool. I hope you had a chance to see the Blue Angels. Let's see now. Where are we? Oh, I know. This is the Bob and Tom Show. How could I forget? I look around the room and I see the handsome face of...
Me?
Hey, look, you jumped right on it.
Yeah, but it was a question.
Me?
Me? Should have been... Yes.
Well, that's also a question.
Should have been, I'm Ace Cosby. I'd like to tell you about Kiss, but first...
Look at how good he looks in that hat.
To my lady, I'd like to say, it's time. Yes, if I said, it's time... to my lady, she'd say, for you to leave the room. Let's see, that's Chick McGee. I can see him. He's about 15 feet away from me, socially distancing, blah, 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 blah. But he's at the crazycockwine.com sports desk.
You're the most paranoid person in the building, and you're blah, blah, blah on it?
I hate the word social. I want this to end. I hate the word social distancing.
Well, that's all it takes. Tom's called it off, everybody. Go back to work.
It's calling a bald guy curly. Something social about distancing.
No.
Let's see now. There's Josh Arnold, of course, in the brand new, recently declared OrangeInsoles.com sidekick chair.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
And then Christy Lee, of course, next door in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. And this is Tom speaking. Mr. Pat Godwin has joined us, even though he's only about 30 yards away as the crow flies. Although a crow
And
flying in
breaks
this
through
place
walls.
have to. No, we got the doors all propped open.
Well, that wouldn't be as the crow flying.
Pat is in what has been dubbed the around the corner Fudge's Maid studio.
I can't stand it.
Now,
he sure talks and says very little, doesn't he? He talks a lot, says very little.
Is he frozen or is the camera working?
I'm not frozen.
Okay, there you go. He moved.
I feel frozen.
Ace, did you buy that Bob and Tom hat from the store and therefore give to...
I did.
All right.
Yeah, all the stuff, all the money from the Bob and Tom store now we're directing to Feeding America. So if you have always wanted a Bob and Tom hat, what a great idea. Why not? Let's see, where were we? Oh, we were doing a Chick McGee Sportscast. And you said this actually has content?
Time now for sports just for Tom.
Okay.
I don't have any music. Are you ready?
Wait a second. Pat, can you do a little something on the keyboard, maybe?
Sports for Tom's brain.
Chick's doing it by himself. Sports for Tom by Chick.
Oh, wow.
Very good.
A 28-year-old sumo wrestler has passed away from the virus.
Oh.
The JSA, the Japan Sumo Association, confirmed the death. He was identified as Shobushi.
No, wait. Not Shobushi.
Shobushi.
Oh.
His real name is...
Sabushi. Sabushi.
Well.
See?
Little music man.
Buddy
the
Hackett.
great Buddy Hackett.
His real name is Kiyotaka Suatake.
Suatake, of course.
I'm sorry to hear.
Everybody knows his real name.
And now here's Tom with 5 minutes on the preparation and competition of the world of sumo.
Go ahead, Tom.
Well, I've been reading a little bit about it, as you know, Josh. The sumo wrestlers, they have to bulk up.
Sure, yeah.
It's a very complicated sport, but they need to carry a lot of weight, and I don't really understand it. But they wear those weird diaper things.
It's very popular in Japan.
Yeah, that's right. But
Number one sport, I think.
it started as like a Shinto ritual, I believe, kind of a religious thing. And the masters have to have like apprentices that that come up with them to become a sumo, and part of your duties is to wipe the bottom of your superior.
How about that?
They get so fat they can't do it themselves.
Yeah.
So.
And people do that because eventually they become the sumo wrestler and they get someone to help them.
It's like their internship, huh?
Yes, intern.
I'm not sure I'd want to, if that was what it would take to become a, I don't know, NFL quarterback, I think I'll pass.
No, you wouldn't do any of the wiping?
No, thanks.
But I could see Tom Brady having an assistant doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And there'd be a guy who would do it.
Oh.
Sadly.
Yes.
And then there'd be a guy who'd be selling the used toilet paper. And there'd be people who'd buy it. Hey, look at this wipe from Tom Brady. I got it framed. It's in my man cave. Cool.
What does that look like when it ages?
I don't know.
It's organic, right?
The point is, by the way, we got a guy listening to us right now in Japan. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, man. Konnichiwa.
So this poor sumo wrestler passed away, huh?
Yeah, the virus.
Have they already gotten the 22 pallbearers?
Man. Yeah, it's really surprised. Only about 400 or 500 pounds overweight. He got the virus and died. Hey,
Speaking of funerals, by request, here's Little Richard's funeral for you.
This race is great balls of fire. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
That's what Little Richard wanted.
Is it?
It's raining men, yeah. You know the original lyrics to, you know what I'm talking about.
Tutti Frutti?
Tutti Frutti.
Yeah. Good booty.
Yes.
Apparently, yeah.
And lubing it up.
Yeah, oh, sure. Yeah.
At the bus station. Okay, back to sports.
A video of a man in Florida.
Florida.
And this will not disappoint.
Oh, good.
The video's gone viral. The guy in Florida, he dove into a fish tank at Fort Myers Bass Pro Shop.
On my head yet.
I am Bruno, the Magnificent.
Man, what are those giant Bass Pro fish?
Witnesses say the incident occurred last Sunday. A video of the dive posted on social media. Prank appears to be part of the Bass Pro Challenge. Bass Pro Shops responded saying, quote, "This incident is illegal.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. And
Which,
it's highly discouraged."
Which pro was it? Bass Pro?
The one in Florida.
Okay.
Fort Myers?
One of them in Florida. Yeah, Fort Myers.
Because my brothers and I threaten to do this every time we go to Bass Pro.
I got thrown out of a at the time Lazarus department store in Columbus, Ohio. It later became Macy's.
Yes.
We were shooting baskets in the sporting goods department, and yeah.
They didn't care
Is
for that?
Lazarus the store that it went bankrupt
and then
it
came
quickly
back?
Came back. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Pretty good, huh?
Bass Pro
Very
Shops went
obvious.
on to say the incident is illegal, dangerous, highly discouraged. We work with law enforcement to investigate all individuals who personally attempt or are involved with these type of activities.
Ah, boy.
I don't think it's the first time nor the last.
It's why my brothers and I have never done it. We don't ever want to be banned from Bass Pro Shop.
I have a friend who has a very similar tank at his home.
What?
If you would like to try this.
Are you
Like a big freshwater
kidding?
Yes.
lake, like with catfish and stuff?
Yep.
Or-
Is
Wow.
it freshwater or salt?
It's
Is
fresh.
It freshwater?
Freshwater.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Those big.
2 stories almost.
Wow.
That's awesome.
The hell?
I'd at least love to see it.
Yeah. Well,
nice.
we'll make a phone call.
Okay.
So what was this guy charged with? Drunk diving? Was it they cannot have this happening at all their locations?
Oh, of course not.
Terrible.
No, they have to charge him. Yeah.
I'd say electric eels.
Yeah, you like jumping in aquariums?
Yeah, throw in a couple
I
of.
think electric eels are fascinating.
Aren't they?
Oh, they are.
They're penis shaped.
How are they not constantly being shocked themselves?
They're electric.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. I mean, when you throw a toaster in a bathtub, the toaster itself gets shocked.
Oh, look, it's It's a Johnny Manziel update.
Okay, we'll have to wait on that. And also coming up, we have the poem that you were referencing earlier.
Oh, good.
About circus love from Paul Gilmartin.
I'll listen to any of this
Certainly
stuff,
look forward to that.
Yeah, I dig that, man.
We have some very interesting stuff in the news, including the world's shortest man.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a world record.
Nachos in the news today.
Yes, and a cool.
That's nacho cheese.
And a cool story about we got your pandas. Your world's
What's my
shortest
dream
man.
job, Tom? What's my dream job?
You want to dress up like a panda?
No, I want to be a panda nanny.
Panda nanny, yeah. You dress up like a big
And
panda.
I say we come back and we each give a compliment to one person in the room. How about that? Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice? Do something sweet for each
We
other.
only have to do the one.
You know what? Let's all compliment Pat Godwin next break.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
One positive thing for Pat.
Not it.
He needs it today.
Okay.
All right.
That's a
I'm
nice
having
chair.
an eye issue over here.
Okay, well, it's a nice chair you're sitting in.
Gotta
Pat.
get to the doctor.
We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, as long as you're listening to the Bob and Tom Show, why don't you head on over to the Bob and Tom app and get yourselves a free pair of E25 Raycon earbuds. That's right, you can win a pair. Just get the Raycon contest code in the news feed on the Bob and Tom app. Enter that code at bobandtom.com/contest. Increase your odds of winning. Enter daily. The Bob and Tom app, free and available in your iTunes or Google Play Store. Check it out. The everyday E25 Raycon earbuds. Their best earbuds yet. Just what Chick McGee uses. It's all of us big fans. 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass. It's all about that bass. And more compact design that gives you a nice noise-isolating fit. It's the E25 Raycon earbuds, and you could win them. Check it out.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has unveiled a more than $3 trillion new coronavirus aid package. It would provide nearly $1 trillion for states, cities, and tribal governments to avert layoffs, another $200 billion in hazard pay for essential workers. It would offer $1,200 in direct cash aid to individuals, up to $6,000 per household. It would also extend unemployment benefits, and there would be $75 billion more for viral testing. A House vote is expected Friday, but the bill may find resistance in the Republican-controlled Senate. Democrats are making new moves toward a virtual presidential nominating convention this August, with a top party committee voting to grant convention organizers in Milwaukee the authority to design an event that won't require delegates to attend in person. Under the resolution, the party's convention committee will determine the convention's final dates, along with how it will be run. The proposal now goes to the full DNC membership. And residents of the Michigan town of Ferndale have seen roaming their streets dancing hippos, sharks, and bears, not to mention a Pikachu, a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Mr. Potato Head, and a T-Rex. The occasional parades are done by Sarah Ignash and her friends. She usually looks after dogs, but with so many in the Detroit suburb under stay-at-home orders because of COVID-19, she now goes for walks in costume, and others have joined her. So far, the Ferndale T-Rex Walking Club has done 7 walks since March. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Mama made us listen to Pink Floyd and Floyd Kramer. We had 3 square meals of mushrooms and cornbread. Mama's kitchen smelled a lot like incense and cathead biscuits. We'd watch Porter and Dolly and then throw on the Grateful Dead. Born and raised on acid country, eating turnip greens and a handful of Nebutol. Yeah, Daddy couldn't take it, he had to go. You can't play Hendrix on a banjo. Mama walked the floor and laid another brick in the wall. Our heroes were Roy Acuff and Abby Hoffman. We grew up outside of Woodstock, Tennessee, listening to Farron Young and a side of Inagata DeVito. Mama made a well-rounded outcast out of me. Born and raised on acid country, eating cold ham hocks and a handful of Placidil. Yeah, Daddy couldn't take it, he had to go playing Alice Cooper on a dobro, wearing leather hip huggers, working in the cotton mill. Everybody, and if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. And son, you're walking on the fighting side of me. Yeah, excuse me while I kiss the sky. I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die, and Chet Atkins playing the guitar on the MTV.
Don't know how we're not going to talk about that. Hey, it's 7 o'clock at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
About that other thing? Well, we'll get to it later.
What Josh was talking about.
Very quickly, we have Christy Lee. I can see her over there.
Hi.
And she's got a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy today. Look for a high of 63. Showers overnight down to 50. Morning scattered thunderstorms. Then cloudy, warmer 82 on Thursday. 41 right now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. A lot of stuff reopening. And one of the things that's open is my buddy Dr. Lanter at Lanter Eye Care and Laser Surgery. Ace and I, of course, both had the special surgery in which lenses were inserted into our eyes. I got the blue. Ace got the brown. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the lenses aren't? Oh, never mind. They're called multifocal lenses, so we don't have to wear contacts. I don't have to wear glasses when I drive anymore. Don't have to wear glasses at night. Don't have to wear glasses when I read. Thank you, Dr. Lanter. Chick McGee got the LASIK surgery.
I did, distance vision.
With all the COVID stuff out there, Dr. Lanter is back doing surgery and also replacing broken glasses, reordering contacts, et cetera, et cetera. Lanter Eye Care. Find out more details by going to Dr. Lanter's Facebook page. Remember, it's Lanter. Lanter Eye Care, and things getting back up and running and getting with all of the appropriate medical procedures being done with the finest of cleanliness, et cetera, et cetera. Dr. Lanter. Okay, where was I? This is the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for joining us. Oh, we got a special treat coming up momentarily.
Breathe.
All right. I love a good treat.
You are caffeinated to the maximus.
He's like an auctioneer, baby.
Got my new coffee, Christine.
Oh.
Jump in and hang on.
I'm happy for you, but...
Right there.
That was so sincere.
Mm-hmm.
She's genuinely worried. She thinks your heart's going to explode.
I am.
Well, I ordered some special coffee and it arrived this morning. So.
Okay.
Yes.
And is it as good as you hoped?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Very excited about this.
All right.
Although now I'm going to have to go into the green room.
Yeah, because he needs the hot water.
That's where that hot water thing is.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have to, can I get a hot water machine from my office?
I'm sure you
can.
could.
You can.
Well, they
Tom,
have to run.
There's one on the other side where you used to get your coffee.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll have to show me during the break, but just don't get close.
You don't have to. You don't have to open up any door. Yeah, call him on the phone and tell him. Give
It's
him
as
directions.
close to the door as possible in the green rooms. You don't really have to walk very far in there to get to the hot water thing.
And I do have my gloves.
There you go. See?
My heavy gloves.
Oh, yeah, those are heavy.
Like Dr. Strangelove glove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you see the way he wiggled his fingers like he was?
These are the extra thick. I bought these online. Extra thick, extra large gloves.
Did you see how fast he put those on?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've got 4 or 5 of them in the building. If I have to touch anything, I put these babies on because then you can wash these gloves. These aren't the kind you can't wash. These are the kind you. But see, I mean, these, I'd be confident I would do if I had to, I could do a prostate exam on Bigfoot with these and be okay.
You sure could. Yeah, you're not
Just
going to
don't touch your face during that. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Wow. And as Josh was telling me during the break, Bigfoot can't get corona.
That's right.
According to one of your...
Why is that?
Who knows?
It's a special sort of...
Josh is going to look right at Bigfoot and say, what do you think about that?
The genetic makeup of...
You know where Josh is sitting, don't you?
In the Orange Insole Sidekick chair.
The OrangeInsoles.com Sidekick chair.
I'm at the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk, and we have a Johnny Manziel update.
And you know what's going to happen if Johnny calls us?
What?
Johnny will be calling us on the track phone hotline.
He's still living on the edge, Tom. Johnny Manziel has narrowly avoided injury after slipping during a cliff dive.
Ah, man, that's scary.
The former NFL quarterback jumping off cliffs at Lake Pleasant in Arizona. He lost his footing and fell backwards into the water. The 27-year-old joked about his flawless execution in a social media post. Friends commented on the video, expressing their concern.
This is really something.
And NFL wideout Caleb Jones wrote, Johnny, chill, bro.
Is there video of it?
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
scary. I didn't see it until just now. Is
it high up?
Yeah, he's way up high, and that could have been bad.
Yes.
I guess Johnny's got a lot of free time since he's not working out to be in the NFL again, is he?
Right, no.
Well, anyway, is he untouchable at this point?
I would think so. But you really want him to come back at some point. He's only 27.
I'm a big fan of the comeback. I mean, I guess falling off a cliff is symbolic for Johnny Manziel, but...
Absolutely.
Oh, boy. The poor guy.
Another sports during rehearsals for his now famous WrestleMania stage dive, Rob Gronkowski. That's right, Mr. 69.
Yes. I'm all ears.
He was supposed to be terrified and did not want to do his stage dive onto that table. So, 74-year-old Chief Executive Officer Vince McMahon showed him how to do it to prove to him it was safe.
I love Vince McMahon. I don't care what people say.
To show Gronk the spot was safe, McMahon did the dive himself, and according to witnesses, McMahon said something along the lines of, not so bad, is it? Despite, though, McMahon's demonstration, Gronkowski reportedly still terrified. He was caught by about a dozen wrestlers when he landed.
He's Vince McMahon, not Vince McWoman.
Man, he's dude.
Is he any
the
relation
women of the
to
WWE?
Ed McMahon, you think?
Doubt it.
What do you mean?
Ed McMahon, great American, United States Marine.
Yeah.
Tremendous co-host. Never given enough credit for his brilliance on the Johnny Carson show.
He's given about the right amount.
Vince McMahon is such a consummate entertainer. So funny. He one time was he was getting into the ring and he just destroyed his leg. I don't remember exactly what happened. He broke it or he tore some leg, and then he sat there and he still did the acting while he was sitting. He didn't break character at all.
Are you kidding me?
I remember when
Teddy Roosevelt of
he was interviewed by I want to say Costas or somebody like that, and this was before they openly admitted it's sports entertainment and it was somewhat rigged, and Costas said something like, "This is all fake," and he got mad and got in Costas's face.
Right, I assumed that was
uncomfortable to watch.
I assumed that was staged, but I don't know if it was.
Well, you can't trust.
And he
anything.
might be a monster.
You can't trust anything Bob Costas.
You
says.
better shut your dirty mouth right now.
Now,
I'm speaking to Costas.
Well, before we get to Bob Costas,
Well, I
we
am.
have a special request from Josh.
We got a world record coming up.
This is we have a story coming up about the world's smallest man.
Yes.
Well, don't give it away.
Well, this piece butts right up against that, and you'll see why.
Ask
This
first.
is once again Paul Gilmartin.
Last call announced the barkeep, and then their eyes did meet. Betty the bearded lady and Tom the 4-inch freak. No relation to you, Tom. Tom lowered his voice and made a pass. What are you doing later? Betty thought as she stroked her beard. Nothing, sweet potato. People pointed, jokes were made, but it fell on 4 deaf ears. Tom thrust his tiny shoulders back and ignored the painful jeers. Betty, he said, the world can be such a cruel, unfeeling place. She said, I know, my little pumpkin, and kissed his tiny face. She carried him through the parking lot to the woods that lay beyond. Never before had either felt such an instant common bond. Betty, he said, gazing down at his tiny platform shoe. Tonight I would like nothing more than to make sweet love to you. She said, I'm a virgin. He said, so am I. She said, don't you think that's weird? He said, not really. I'm 4 inches tall and, you know, you got the beard. She pressed him tight against her bosom. He inhaled her perfumed air. He covered her neck with tiny hickeys and stroked her facial hair. The moonlight danced off his cowboy hat. She giggled and she swayed. She undid his tiny rhinestone belt. A cricket looked away. She set him down, unzipped her dress, still tipsy from the booze. She tripped, pulling off her panties, and crushed him with her shoes. Bearded Betty never married. Her mistake sure took its toll. She still owns that pair of shoes, and Tom's still in her soul.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Gilmartin.
That is a work of art.
And the classic Circus Love. Isn't that sweet?
Stupid world record.
All right.
The world's shortest living man has regained his Guinness World Record title. Edward Nino Hernandez first earned the title on April 13, 2010 at the age of 24. He measures 2 feet, 3.64 inches tall.
Oh, that's too small.
Yeah.
Barely taller than, well, 2 of these sheets of paper.
Yeah.
More or less.
Wow.
His record surpassed in October that year by Thapa Magar of Nepal, who measured 2 feet, 2.41 inches. He regained the title when
Did the guy die?
he died.
Oh, man. I thought maybe the other guy shrunk a little bit.
No.
Oh, okay.
But this, the current shortest man, the current champion, Edward Hernandez, is never has enough money.
He's
No, why
always
is that?
short.
Why is that?
He's always a little short.
Well, so he had the title, and then somebody died, and he regained it.
Yeah.
Right. Hernandez presented with the official certificate by Guinness World
It's
Records.
not a certificate. It's a car seat.
Latin America. Oh, he absolutely fits in a car. It's supposed to be in a car seat.
Yeah.
I'm close to having to be in a booster seat.
Yep.
Kind
It
of
was
dark, really, that story.
Yeah, it is.
adjudicated at a medical center in the clinic in the native city of Bogota.
All right.
And finally, in sports, Darius Rucker will perform the national anthem as NASCAR resumes their season. It's been put on hold, of course, because of the virus. He'll sing before this Sunday's Cup Series at Darlington.
The Dolphins make me cry.
In South Carolina, hold my
I like Darius Rucker.
I do too. I really I love
great
I love
voice.
Hootie and I like
Drivers will have their temperatures taken as they enter the track, and no fans will be present. The race will be carried on Fox, and every sports fan alive will watch.
Yeah, they'll have amazing
Because
ratings.
it's going to be live. Now, Tom, you were talking earlier about keeping the building safe from the pandemic.
Right.
And luckily for you, say thank you, Chick. Go
Thank you,
ahead.
Chick.
We've got a fan organized, and as you can see, they're rolling it in right now.
Oh, my. Look at that
that's
thing.
great.
To,
Look
to
at
blow
that.
the
Yeah.
germs away.
Well, that's a
Okay.
hell of a.
Let's start this up.
Hey! Whoa! Feel it back here. I bet you can feel it.
Jesus,
Well, that won't be bothersome to listen
Oh,
to.
boy.
Okay, that's sport.
All right.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport.
Okay, you can turn her off now. It's cleared out all the poison in the air.
My cheeks.
Okay.
Josh is hanging from it, blowing in the wind.
Is this one of those fans they use at those parachute simulators?
Yep.
So you
Maybe.
can see that's just a solid idea you got going over there, Griswold.
To circulate the air. It's very important.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee.
You're welcome, sir.
We have a number of requests I want to get to, plus a special appearance coming up from apparently Mr. Obvious.
Oh, my goodness.
A brand new episode of the Mr. Obvious show.
Brand new?
That
Certainly
can't
looking
be.
forward
That
to
can't
that.
be true.
Also, if you want to make your request, please, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We're worldwide on American Forces Radio,
We're
coast
bad.
to coast.
We're nationwide.
On a bunch of radio stations. Thank you so much for listening. And also, are we streaming it on the YouTube this morning? Okay, great. Yes. So if you want to check in and see what's going on here, by all means do so. And Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. In the world of email, happy to hear from you, certainly. Right now, I want to remind you that those hackers out there, that they're home too. And they've got nothing to do but try to hack into you. And if you're working at home, a lot of times you don't have the kind of security on your computer that you have at the office. So maybe someone's hacked into your computer and they'd like to steal your identity. There are almost 3,000 coronavirus-related cyber attacks happening every day now. There's a thing out there right now that it looks like it's from Netflix. Have you heard about this? And it's not. And it looks just like it is. And
it is amazing how it looks legitimate.
Yeah. So you got to be really careful. If you get something from your bank and it's, hey, by the way, we still need your social security number.
Yeah, that happened to my friend yesterday. Somebody called. No, you don't do that.
Yeah, I had one from my bank, and I called. Is this? Nope, it wasn't legit. Had the logo and everything. Got to be careful. That's where LifeLock comes in. LifeLock is out there helping you watch out for stuff just like this, and they'll let you know what's going on, as well as watching your numbers and the stuff you've been pumping into your phone and your computer all these years. LifeLock is one of the leaders, if not the leader, in identity theft protection, and they have a wide range of threats that they're aware of out there. For example, right now, your social security number is probably for sale on the dark web, cheap. So check it out. LifeLock is very inexpensive, and there's a special offer coming up here in just a second. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can see threats you're probably going to miss on your own. So you'll sleep better. It's very inexpensive, and now it's even more inexpensive because LifeLock will lop off 25% on that first year if you use the code TOM25. Once again, it's LifeLock.com. The code is TOM25. Now is the time, because the world we're living in, the world of people scamming you with cyber attacks is getting bigger and bigger every day. LifeLock.com. The code is TOM25. Coming up, a little bit of Donnie Baker and a little bit of Mr. Obvious.
I've got good news for you, Tom. During the commercial break, we can turn the fan on to blow the germs away for you.
Oh, good.
Hey,
blow them that way.
We'll be right back.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Rolling through a Wednesday, Kostaki Economopoulos was with us yesterday. Hope you tuned in for that, as well as Tim Cavanaugh. Coming up on today's show, Jessica Alsman, Tom Papa, and our relationship expert, Allie Breen, all via Zoom, socially distancing, keeping those filthy people out of our studios, and yet they're still so funny, and you'll find out why coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Lights on Broadway will stay dim through the summer. The Broadway League says no shows will hit the boards in New York before Labor Day, and even then, there's no set date for shows to reopen. Broadway's been shut down since March 12th as the new coronavirus began spreading in New York and elsewhere. Those of you with tickets, make it refunds or exchange. Ian Anderson is blaming 50 years of being on stage with smoke machines for a health problem he says will eventually kill him. The Jethro Tull frontman says he has chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, better known as COPD, which he was diagnosed with a few years ago. He says it's incurable and that his days are numbered. And Darius Rucker will perform the national anthem as NASCAR resumes the season that was put on hold due to the virus. Rucker will sing before Sunday's NASCAR Cup Series race at Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. Drivers will have their temperatures taken as they enter the track, and no fans will be present. However, you will be able to watch it on Fox. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
You should have seen me last night when I fell down laughing and I stumbled down a flight of metal stairs. I went crashing through the window at the VFW hall, tumbled over a pile of metal chairs. Then I cussed out my girlfriend, tried to feel up her mom. I wrecked my car, I think I bruised my spine. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I got drunk and stole this boat out of Edgewater Yacht Club, doing 90 miles an hour up to the bay. I sank her out by Buckeye Point and walked on into town. Tore up someone's flowers on my way. Then I barged into the crow's nest and I threw up on the rug. I slapped that hostess on her big behind. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I talk dirty to the waitress and I never ever leave her no tip. I leave her all my roaches in the guacamole dip. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. So I'm going out tonight and I'm gonna tie on a good one. Does anybody here want to go out drinking with me? Yeah! Well, I'll take you to this biker bar where we can kick some ass. And a gay bar. We'll get our drinks for free. We'll do shooters of tequila and a case of beer apiece. We'll wash it down with a gallon of cheap island wine. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I like to shout out loud and moon the crowd when I'm dancing on the bar. Then go out in the parking lot, piss on all the cars. I go out drinking, always have myself a real good time. Oh, give me that wine. Always have myself a real good time. I'm feeling very fine. Always have myself a real good time.
Yeah.
Love song to the bottle.
Bravo, bravo.
Bravo is right.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, if I could just have a few minutes of your time, I'd like to speak with you today about the joys of water sports. Is this Bob and or Tom?
This is this is Bob.
Yeah, perhaps you already own a boat. However, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to upgrade your boat.
Shut up, Randy. Read the script all right. Upgrade boats. I want them to buy.
Hey, dudes, 7:21 on the nose at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show. What's going on, dudes?
Hey, dudes.
How about you?
Are you firing up dubage?
Hey, I have weather that needs to be done.
Oh, go ahead, Skirt.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy today, 63 will be the high. Showers overnight down to 50. Scattered thunderstorms early, but then cloudy skies warmer. 82 on Thursday, 44 now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Very cool seeing the Blue Angels doing their very cool salute to all those frontline workers out there. I want to remind you.
I held up a sign. They did
Paul,
not...
Scott, Doug, congratulations. Winners of $1,000 from Q95. More of that
did not wait
up and running today. Be quiet. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. What the hell is wrong with him? Could you take a couple shots of Shut Up so we could get the show on the road here?
Yeah, I think he's been very interesting.
I do too. Interesting in the same way that having a talking dog would be if it was his first day speaking.
Hey, he had a lovely
What's
day.
That?
I got a nice shipment from Wuhan, China.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, how about that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They say right before you become feverish, you go a little delirious. I think that might be it. I think.
All righty, let's see now. Let's go left to right here, Sean.
At least I'm not in the Russian parliament.
Good point.
A lot of
illness
sickness there. Yeah,
a lot of sickness over there. A lot of lying about it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
By the way, are they giving people free dippity-doo in the United States Congress? Anybody see that yesterday?
What? Was their hair looking funny? What are you talking about?
Rand Paul looks like Jeremiah Johnson.
Yeah, he's got the dippity-doo going.
It's a good look for him.
It is kind of a good look for him.
I love the smell of dippity-doo.
Republican, Democrat, I don't care.
Right.
Rand Paul got in a fight with his neighbor, okay?
Yes, he did.
I'm voting for him. Okay? He ain't taking it anymore.
Cut the grass that way, will you?
Darn right.
Let's see, where was I? Oh, there's Pat Godwin. He's in the new studio now, dubbed the Around the Corner Fudges Made Studios. Hey, Pat, how you doing?
Hi.
Got a song coming up from Pat. Got a special Mr. Obvious on the way, I understand. Ace Cosby is our engineer, proprietor of the Ace Cosby joke of the day. That's no ordinary desk over there. You can tell it's the crazy cock wine BreenWine.com sports desk. Ask your liquor store, where's the Crazy Cock wine in the can? That's right. Josh Arnold in the newly dubbed, I'm very excited about this, OrangeInsoles.com sidekick chair. Not just any chair. And then Christy Lee, of course, is in the next room.
Yes.
Behind the glass, it's, of course, the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. And if that phone were to ring any second now, it would be the track phone hotline.
I have a feeling it will.
I was way off.
What? I'm out of breath. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
You guys still quarantined?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Are you wearing face masks at work?
Not at work, no. Sometimes some of the people are, but for the most part.
I was going to tell you, I'm not sure if I told you guys yet, but I was talking to my good friend from high school, Carrie Witzel, on phone the other day. She told me she's making almost $2,000 a month selling her used panties.
Well,
whoa. What? Wow.
You guys are famous. Hell, you could start selling your face mask. But I guess her panties, she's selling to a bunch of weirdos on the internet, old classmates' dads, making a fortune.
I tried to talk Christy into doing it, but she won't.
I'm not doing that. No.
Josh, you're smart. That's called an investment, Christy.
No,
$2,000 a month's a lot of money, Christy.
Yeah. You just take it, though, for Wolfie, and I'm not going to give you any more money.
If I brought in $2,000 a month, I'd be living high on the hog. I'd have above ground pool, hot tub, Lamborghini, all of it.
Really?
Huh.
I can't believe dudes pay her that much just for wearing regular panties around all day.
A lot of weirdos.
It must feel like them dudes who collect sports jerseys. Everybody knows you got to pay more if it's been game worn.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
And these G-strings of hers are no different. I mean, sure, you can go to Victoria's Secrets or Sears and get a standard pair for, $10? And you might even be able to talk to the cashier girl into signing them for you free of charge. But try asking her to wear them for a couple, hours on a mower, and then
yeah, she's not going to.
You're going to pay a lot more.
Right.
And the last time my lead bass player, Todd Boner, tried that, it cost him an extra $500 for bail. I should ask Carrie if she takes requests, like, she's John Trout on the Hot 9 at 9 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can dudes really request she eat a bunch of Brussels sprouts and then run a 5K while wearing panties she's going to sell?
I guess.
She said in the business, dudes want panties with a snail trail. Swear to God. You know what that is, Josh?
I do, yes. I'm aware.
Giggle snail trail. She's even got one of them food vacuum sealers, and she puts used panties in a vacuum bag and seals them up like she's selling meat out of her trunk, just like Icky Woods.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so bad now. Check out her. He's even autographing the butcher paper. I swear to God.
That's bad.
Oh, spoiler alert. I heard this on AM radio, but Jim Barber said the night Pete Rose broke the record, he was wearing 6 jerseys.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep, had him tucked in tighter than Spanx. And Josh, Steve Garvey noticed when he got to first base, I guess Pete said, I'm selling that one of these some bitches. And so it's like an investment. Carrie says for $120, her clients want her panties smelling just like gamers, too.
Oh,
like as ripe as the time she peeled them off. I guess they expect when they finally break the seal on the Ziploc bag, they want the entire living room smelling like a Lilith Fair concert in late July, Like,
really talking about this?
I swear to God, Christy, I'm talking lawn seats,
Wow.
My goodness.
I guess if I was paying that much for used panties and I cracked up and back, I'd want to feel the heat coming off them, too,
Yeah, sure. I want them fresh.
At least enough to defrost my windshield. I'd want them so fresh, like live bait. I want to see condensation on them thongs, like Walt's crawlers. Makes me wonder how much I'll get for selling my used underwear.
Oh, really?
I bet there's a market.
Of course, I'd have to actually start wearing underwear.
Donnie.
You know what I'm talking about, Christy.
No, I don't.
Everybody knows anacondas like to roam free.
Yes.
Swear to God. I gotta go.
Thank you very much.
They grow as big as their habitat.
The anaconda likes to roam free.
Like a goldfish. Yeah.
He's more like a Vienna sausage. Don't let him fill it.
All right, let's get back to did we finish sports?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
We did?
We're all
Wrapped
done.
her all up.
Thought we were doing sports all morning.
Yeah,
Liar.
we sure talk a big game over
Hang on,
here.
just saying, the germs kicked up again. The germ kicked up. We got a Tom's germ fan on.
My hat.
My hair. That's what you get for wearing a hat when you're on the. Good Lord, that's a lot.
Coming Coming up in a matter of seconds, we got a new episode of the Mr. Obvious Show. But first,
Did you see what?
I'll remind you that we have something special going on right now at the Bob and Tom store. The proceeds will go to Feeding America. Trying to help out a little bit where we can with respect to getting some food to people that are having trouble getting it right now for a variety of complicated reasons. But why not? So if you've ever thought about getting a T-shirt or whatever, we're donating all that money. So by all means, check it out, bobandtomstore.com or something like that. Also, we're doing a nice giveaway here. Some Raycon earbuds. If you're a fan of the earbuds, get the E25s from Raycon. They're the best, and we are giving some away. So just go to bobandtom.com/contest for all the details. How about that? Right now, I'm very excited about this. We have a brand new episode of the Mr. Obvious Show.
Heidi-ho, welcome once again to the Mr. Obvious Show. I'm, of course, your affable host, Mr. Obvious. Shall we take a call? Hello, Mr. Obvious Show.
Hello, is this Mr. Obvious?
It is, caller, but I'm having kind of a hard time hearing you.
Oh, man, this is so great talking to you, Mr. Obvious. I'm a long-time listener and a first-time caller.
Well, I'm certainly glad you called. Not to belabor the point, caller, but it is difficult to hear you. Can you speak up?
Yeah, Mr. Obvious. I was saying I'm a long-time listener and a first-time caller. You might get over here across the street where it might be safer.
Get across the street. What's going on, caller?
Okay, I can speak up a little bit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that is, I can indeed. That's much better. Now, what's going on, caller?
Oh, man, Mr. Obvious, I had to cross the street to get away from the bank.
The bank. Okay, now what's wrong with the bank, caller?
Well, Mr. Obvious, I think it's being robbed.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, my land. Well, did you call 911, caller? My goodness.
Well, no, I wasn't sure if I should call the police or if I should confront the robbers.
No, don't confront them. Of course you shouldn't confront them. They could be armed, caller.
Armed? You think so, Mr. Obvious?
Well, do I think they could be armed? Of course they could. That's what robbers do. They carry around guns or knives or bombs, and they rob people.
Yikes. Sure glad I didn't confront them then.
Yeah. Is the robber still in there?
Robbers, Mr. Obvious. There's more than one. There's a whole bunch of them.
Goodness, more than one. Well, how many, caller?
Oh, gosh. I saw at least 4 or 5 of them.
Okay. Well, would you be able to identify them to the police?
I'm not so sure about that, Mr. Obvious. They're all wearing masks.
Masks? You mean like pantyhose masks?
That's a good one, Mr. Obvious. That's funny.
No, I'm not being funny. Robbers often wear pantyhose over their heads to disguise their features.
Huh? I'll be darned.
Yeah.
No, these fellas weren't wearing pantyhose. They were wearing those masks like you might see a doctor wear. And the robbers, most of them were also wearing gloves. I assume keep from leaving fingerprints everywhere.
Masks and gloves, caller?
Yep. Oh, another thing. This might help. They all seem like they were spaced about 6 feet apart from each other. The gang.
Oh, my land, caller. Those people are not robbing the bank.
And not robbing the... How do you know?
Caller, they're protecting themselves from the coronavirus by covering their noses and mouths and wearing gloves.
You don't say.
And as a matter of fact, you should be doing the same, caller.
Me? I'm not going to be going in the bank, Mr. Obvious.
No, it's not just the bank where you need the protection. You should practice being safe at the post office, the grocery store, wherever you might come in contact with people. You should be wearing a mask and gloves.
A mask and gloves? Well, I never made a connection.
Don't you watch the news, caller? How could you not know?
Oh, gosh, no, I haven't seen the news for a while, Mr. O. I've been binge watching that Tiger King show ever since my boss told me not to come into work.
Oh, well, like a lot of people, you must be working from home.
No, he fired me. Incompetence. Which I don't get. I hardly ever took bathroom breaks or anything.
Okay, caller, it pains me, but we're going to have to go right now.
Oh, okay. Mr. Obvious?
Yes, caller.
to say you're a lifesaver.
Well, it sounds like you took my advice and put on your mask. I'm proud of you, caller, for taking heed during these unusual and trying times.
Oh, yeah, thanks as always. I didn't have a mask with me, but luckily this fella in front of me at the store sneezed into his handkerchief and dropped it on the ground.
Goodbye, caller. Until next time, this is Mr. Obvious saying so long.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Mr. O.
Fabulous Mr. Obvious. Thank you very much, Mr.
I
O.
missed Mr. Obvious. That was great.
Yeah. Well, now
We do have face masks in the news.
we do.
No kidding.
Yeah, as we get sort of comfortable wearing them to prevent transmission of the coronavirus, people are finding certain activities are not conducive to having your face covered, like eating and drinking.
Oh. Yeah.
Not yet ready to give up an occasional cocktail outdoors, however. Artist Ellen Maycomer has designed a face mask featuring a small slot for sipping cocktails through a straw.
All right.
It's ridiculous looking, too, just as it sounds.
Well, but on the other hand, aren't the politically correct police going to come after her for using a straw?
Well, there's that. Well, you could have your own.
Exactly.
I mean, they're
Pasta
reusable.
straws and-
Yeah.
No, those are awful.
I've not tried the pasta.
Now I can enjoy my Coke with Chef Boyardee.
That sounds great.
So I'm sorry. So this is for
Wow.
this is designed for cocktails.
Yeah, well, or whatever you're drinking, I guess. She says cocktails, but
So it's like a margarita glory hole.
One way to put it.
You know what? It absolutely is like a margarita glory hole.
okay.
Yes.
I guess you could also smoke through it.
Yeah.
That
would be.
Seeing a guy, oh, we've got to do it.
No.
Smoke
just got
and
a
then the
mask.
smoke comes out all over his face where it comes out around his mask.
Am I going to have to start smoking and do this bit? Is that what's going to
Well,
happen?
they say smoking cigarettes actually fights off the coronavirus.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Just start spreading that.
Sort of
rumor.
burns it, yeah.
That'll help. well, after all these years, I brought him back out because you don't want to keep away from the corona.
That's really something.
No, but this is an interesting thing. I'm trying to find a picture of this thing. So it's a mask with a big hole.
Oh,
in it.
you haven't seen it?
No.
Yeah, it's just a regular cloth mask. Hers is quite festive, and then she has like a little hole in the center, and she's sucking a straw.
She's sucking on it to beat anything.
But again, if it's a plastic straw, the politically correct police are going to go after her.
Sure.
And you know my feelings about plastic straws.
What are they?
I want them all.
All right.
Big fan. Big fan of the plastic straw.
Yeah. Hey, Pat, I'm on the wrong side of history. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm on the wrong side of history.
I hate turtles in our oceans.
Well, I think we could probably find a way to dispose of the straws if we.
Well, until they do.
Used a little science.
Yes, until they do. It's not that big a deal to
I'd
not
say
have
you know what you do? You take pencil sharpener technology.
What? And sharpen them down?
Yeah, you just
No, that's the danger.
cram them in there, and
Yeah, but
then
the plastic is still there, you idiot.
then you bury it. Okay. You ever flown across this great country of ours? Look out the window.
Get some of the water table.
Corn. Let's make that field full of old plastic. How about that?
my
Well, the
Lord.
corn can't grow.
You guys know nothing about science.
Don't know much about history.
Dig a big hole.
I don't know biology.
Send it all to Wuhan. Seal them up.
Coming up, we have, speaking of China, a lot of Chinese news today.
China.
Yeah. China.
We got go ahead.
We have the anthem coming up. We have giant pandas. And did you see where a
China
rocket
vagina.
almost
What?
fell out of the sky and hit New York City?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that, and it's infuriating.
What fell out?
A
Chunks
piece,
of a Chinese rocket fell and missed New York by about 15 minutes.
some space junk.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
China just.
Oh, man, great song. Wang Chung, Space Junk. Oh, great song.
Oh, that is a good song.
Great.
Everybody Wang Chung. Also coming up.
Let's come back with Wang Chung.
Bill Murray and Guy Fieri in the news. But when we're talking saving the turtles, we have to play this.
They both make a living in their bare feet. Catching one is like a treat. They both hang out right there by the shell. They both walk slow at a simple pace. Both afraid to show their face, but only one has a built-in place to hide. Turtles and whores turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores. They both advertise a little tail, move so much and never get mail. They both go by the same nickname, Snapper. Daddy never told about the birds and bees, but always talked about both these and made it clear only one was fit to eat. Turtles and whores.
Yeah.
Turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores.
Turtles and whores.
Now, if you catch one, here's some advice. One is dirty and the other ain't nice. So be polite and always walk up from behind. Make small talk, never let them see fear. Don't work alone, just bait or beer. And when you're done, just drop them by the river. Turtles and whores.
Everybody.
Turtles and whores. I've caught both while fishing. I'm always on a mission. And they both hate the kitchen. Turtles and whores.
Floyd and the boys, a little bit of turtle action for you. I mentioned this a few minutes ago. We got a contest going on right now. You don't have to do much, but you got to enter. It's to win some E25s from Raycon. Details are at bobandtom.com/contest. Speaking thereof, everybody needs a great pair of wireless earbuds, especially now, because not only do they allow the sound to come in, they keep the sound from coming in, if you know what I'm saying. A little peace and quiet. Pop on your E25 earbuds from Raycon. They are the best, and they're about half the price of those expensive white ones that you keep falling out of your ears. The Raycons have that adjustable tip on them so that you can make sure that they're the right size for your ears. Seamless Bluetooth pairing, extra bass, 6 hours of playing time. So they're great for music and for being on the phone and for listening to lots of other stuff. So check out Raycons. The E25s, and by the way, you get them delivered right to your house, which makes it very convenient in these inconvenient times. No dangling wires, no stems. It's Raycon wireless. And by the way, big fan of the Raycons. Yours truly, and of course, Chick McGee and Snoop Dogg. Get all the details by going to buyraycon.com/Tom for 15% off your order. Once again, that's buyraycon.com/Tom, 15% off your order. Raycon wireless earbuds, they'll send them right to you. Buyraycon.com/Tom. It's a great offer. You can also win a pair. Don't forget bobandtom.com/contest. When we come back, we'll get another song out of Mr. Pat Godwin. And we have a pretty cool story about Bill Murray and Guy Fieri doing something really good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, for every dollar spent at bobandtomstore.com for the foreseeable future, every dollar spent goes directly to Feeding America. Help those who can't help themselves right now. Maybe they lost their jobs. They've got a family to feed. They're struggling. All you got to do is buy a T-shirt. Every single dollar goes to Feeding America. Around a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, we raised just over $500,000 thanks to you. Buy now and buy often. Head to bobandtomstore.com. Again, every dollar spent, hats, shirts, sweatshirts, whatever, goes to Feeding America.
I'm Chick McGee, and from the crazycockwine.com sports desk, this is your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Major League Baseball made an opening presentation to the Players Union yesterday on terms to start the virus-delayed season. A person familiar with the discussion says that MLB did not make an economic proposal during its opening presentation. The meeting lasted between 3 and 4 hours. An agreement with the Players Association needed to play ball. Owners would like to see the pandemic-delayed season starting around the 4th of July in ballparks without fans. The NFL has awarded 2 new grants and renewed 7 others through its social justice platform Inspire Change. The new honorees are Council on Legal Education Opportunity and Success for All. Both organizations will use the funding for educational advancement. And a 28-year-old sumo wrestler has died from the virus. The Japan Sumo Association confirmed the death. He was identified by the Association of Shibushi, whose real name was Kiyotaka Suotake. The association said he died of multiple organ failure and complications of the coronavirus. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
We do have in the news the sperm smoothie.
Yes, we do.
Please stop saying that.
It's a news story.
Can we call it just a smoothie, a special smoothie? How about that?
What do you want, like a gizzard?
And they turn it upside down. And they hand it to you.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Do you enjoy the taste of yogurt, but you're tired of paying those high prices? Then try the new product that everyone's talking about. It's not really yogurt, but you can't tell the difference. We call it Hawkers. Hawkers, the imitation yogurt. And it's so inexpensive, you won't have to pay through the nose.
Try some Hawkers, and you'll say that really hits the spot. Eat some Hawkers every day. It tastes like yogurt, but it's not.
Honey, I got you a snack.
What is it?
I'm not telling.
Come on, spit it out.
Here, just try it.
Is it custard?
No, it's not.
Is it pudding?
No, it's not.
Well, what is it?
It's Hawkers.
Hawkers?
Yeah, Hawkers, the imitation yogurt in the green cup.
Hawkers, try a cup. It really hits the spot. Just $1, cough it up. It tastes like yogurt, but it's not. It tastes like yogurt, but it's not.
Hi, I'm Hal Hawker, head honcho at Hawker headquarters here in Hilton Head. For 100 years, my family's been making Hawkers. Look for Hawkers in the green cup with the picture of Peggy Fleming. With a name like Hawkers, it's gotta be green. Like we say, hip hip hooray for Hawkers.
That's Hawkers. And for a tasty new treat, try frozen Hawkers. Available everywhere this winter. And coming soon, it's Boogers Imitation Raisins. Boogers, we're the one to pick. Hawkers, a division of Frigamall Industries, Louisville, Kentucky.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
My brother Dennis and I, one time, we were talking about this, and, you know, like, if you say you're a comedian, then you're kind of like, you got to get
Tell
ready.
me a joke.
Yeah, you know. So we decided we were golfing, and they hooked us up with 2 other guys, and we said to each other, let's just not say we're comedians and see how it goes.
Okay.
And then I said, well, what are we going to say if they ask? And he said, let's just say we're house painters.
Okay.
Well, we had 18 holes of trying to...
Hi, 747 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy 63, showers overnight, low 50, morning rain, and then cloudy and warmer, 82 on Thursday, 45 now.
Thank you very much. Congratulations going out to Doug, Scott.
Hi,
Paul.
Doug. Hi, Scott.
Doug?
Paul, is it Buchner? From
I don't
Greenwood.
know. Don't know, Paul.
I don't either, but he's congratulations. He's got $1,000 for listening to Q95. Congratulations, Paul. Coming up, we've got something special from Christy Lee. I know. Oh, yes. Oh,
all right.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, the home of multiple chairs. You know, universities have that.
Multiple chairs?
Yeah, they'll have the
philosophy chair.
It's the Franklin D. Roosevelt chair, and
that goes
applied
without saying.
political science.
I decided to give up my chair for a minute. I'm standing for a while.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wait a second, but you're at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk then.
Well, the desk is still here. I just decided to stand.
She's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
But she's not sitting in the Navy Federal Credit Union news chair?
No.
What's going to blow this whole break?
Causing my hamstrings to hurt, so I'm standing a little bit.
Okay.
A little hamstring massage.
I don't have hamstring issues. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm sitting at the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair.
There you go.
You know, I noticed that sitting here at the crazycockwine.com sports desk.
That's right.
I noticed that.
And Pat Godwin is sitting in the around the
Corner Fudges Made
newsroom
Why
desk.
does that make me giggle like a kid?
Pretty funny.
Once again,
I know where
Pat
to
is
go
in a
for my
different
jewelry
room.
needs.
And then, I'm sorry?
Your jewelry needs?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ace Cosby, of course, is in the
Steven Singer. I hate Steven Singer.
I hate Steven Singer's
joke of the day, whatever it is.
I'll handle the chair analogy. Thank you very much. Well, I guess that leaves us nowhere to go, but of course, over to the IHateStevenSinger.com. Ace Cosby joke of the day. Ace.
Some jokes, observation.
Yeah.
There was this doctor. He went to the same bar every day and ordered a walnut daiquiri. A daiquiri with walnuts.
How about that?
Every day, month after month. The bar ran out of walnuts one day.
Oh.
So they had to use hickory nuts.
Ooh.
The doctor tasted it and goes, "This isn't a walnut daiquiri." He goes, "No, it's a hickory daiquiri, doc."
Wow, I love that.
I did too.
It's a hickory daiquiri, Doc. How can you not love that? Thank you, Ace. The Ace Cosby.
I'm finding a way.
Oh, I thought it was great.
That was very funny.
Speaking of great, guess who we have a message from?
Who?
Our friend Big T. Remember Big T? Yeah.
T.
Is this Big T?
My gosh, Josh.
It is.
Aw.
He has some recommendations for Tom. He says before you enter a room, you should spray it with Lysol and let it sit for a few minutes and then go in and know that the air is clean and fresh.
Oh, please. What's he doing?
Oh, Big T's trying to help.
Okay, thank you,
Just
Big
like
T.
he helped me with my fish in my gutters.
Yeah?
Yes, that's right. They weren't fish, were they, Josh?
No, they weren't.
My gosh, Josh.
Larva, mosquito larva.
I love him.
I have an announcement about Pat Godwin's Around the Corner Fudges Made studio.
Okay.
What does this say, Tom? Go ahead. Shout it out like you're proud of it.
It's a advertisement. Looks like a website for a company called Fudge from Uranus.
That's right. And their slogan is, "We love to pack your fudge."
Oh, come on.
Uranus, Missouri, Josh.
Of course, it's delicious fudge.
Is that a place?
Our top priority is satisfaction in Uranus.
Yes.
Wow.
Put your trust in
that's in the Show Me state.
Uranus.
Sure. So do they have a Show Me Uranus?
Most popular, $18 a pound for chocolate fudge.
Worth every cent.
And you could also get the sampler pack. That's right.
Yes?
A taste of Uranus.
Yeah.
Featuring peanut butter, toffee bar, maple walnut, peanut butter chocolate, raspberry vanilla fudge. Are you kidding me?
Oh, vanilla fudge.
Chocolate pecan fudge.
Keep me hanging on.
Yeah, did they do that to every song? It got real old real quick.
Set me free. That
That would not have existed without marijuana. I'm sorry.
The next time I go to the Lake of the Ozarks, I'll stop by the Uranus Fudge Factory and pick up a sampler.
All right.
A taste of Uranus.
T-shirts?
Sure, I'll get everybody's stuff.
Uranus apparel.
Of course they have that.
T-shirt. They got it all, Tom. T-shirts, polo shirts.
Good
the
stuff.
best fudge comes from Uranus.
I love that they went with it.
They are embracing it. Uranus, Missouri Fudge Packers Union.
We must unite.
Oh, that's a tough union.
Bless
too.
their hearts. Their website's being crashed right now.
Yeah. What'd we do?
It's UranusGeneralStore.com.
Okay.
There you go.
They have an ATM? That'd be ironic. See what I learned hanging around these guys?
Yes.
Well done, my frifriend.
That has got to be unhealthy.
Straight out of Uranus in the type style
we get the idea.
straight out of Compton.
We're all set now.
Sorry.
We've had enough.
There's a fire in Uranus?
Oh, right.
Fire department? Okay, sorry.
Pat, you got your guitar out. I think we got a song coming out of you in a second. Christy, you said it's something about panda bears. What is it?
Yeah, the Calgary Zoo has shipped its giant pandas, or they want to ship them back to China after being unable to import bamboo during this pandemic. With the coronavirus-induced flight disruptions, the zoo is unable to get the fresh bamboo it needs to feed Ershun and Daomao, who are on loan from China.
Does this make sense? They're unable to fly bamboo to this zoo, but they can fly these giant pandas to China?
That
Well,
makes no sense.
Can't they grow bamboo? I've got bamboo in my yard.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to tell you. Zoo president and CEO Clement Latier said the pandas refuse to eat the substandard bamboo that they do have.
I see.
So the zoo is asking the Canadian and Chinese governments to expedite the permitting process to ship the animals back as soon as possible. They were meant to stay in Canada until 2023. The public will be able to send in virtual goodbyes to the pandas through the zoo's Panda Cam.
Something's weird about this. All the rest of the zoos with pandas, are they having the same issue?
I don't know. Maybe
I read a little further here. It turns out the pandas are 3-year-olds, and so they are very picky. Just for instance, if you serve them penne instead of the traditional elbow macaroni, they for some reason won't eat it.
Oh, I had that problem recently. Yeah.
So, do you know how did you see this article? Do you know how they're shipping them back? They're shipping these pandas back to China on Panda Express.
Wow. Enjoy some orange chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, double helping.
Yeah,
of that.
bamboo will grow. You have to watch that. It'll take over your yard. You know that, right?
In like a week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, can't. Something's weird about this. They just want to get rid of them. Usually, pandas are the biggest draw at a zoo, although I assume the zoos right now it's all virtual stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Trying to get enough money to come in to feed the animals. Of course, if they open up the cages, you'll see a little bit of you'll see some eating.
Circle of life.
Certain animals will eat well.
Well, so no bamboo for the pandas. Okay.
No.
Well, when we come back, would you have a little song right now, Pat?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Do we have time?
Sure.
Oh, yes.
The shipping pandas back to China from the Calgary Zoo, 'cause there's no bamboo. The panda diet consists entirely of the shoots and leaves of the dry bamboo. No bamboo. They'd eat bamboo for breakfast, bamboo for lunch, crunchy raw or in a bamboo stew, steamed like asparagus or grilled like octopus. The bottoms of cages lined with bamboo do. They're shipping pandas back to China. They should train the panda to eat other things. Try the crab rangoon or the poo-poo platter. Maybe get an order from Wuhan Wild Wings. No bamboo.
Wuhan Wild Wings.
Don't get the bat.
But they just eat
No bat.
But they just eat bamboo the whole day through. And if they could talk, they'd say, please no bat in my bamboo. Small bamboo.
Oh, that's
Thank you very
excellent.
much. Okay.
What accent was that?
Whatever
I
it was.
have no
I love
idea.
it.
Yeah.
It was,
trying
you know
not to
what?
make-
It was a gentle, somewhere in the
gentle.
middle.
That was like a cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, not to be.
Sounded like southern Serbia.
I had everything with cha-cha-cha.
Vaguely Asian kind of.
Yeah, it was inoffensive.
Europe.
Cha-cha chopsticks.
When we come back, we have Bill Murray, Guy Fieri. Also, we'll be hanging out with Jessica Alsman, and we'll talk with comedian in about half an hour, comedian Tom Papa. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Win a free pair of wireless Raycon earbuds. Just locate the Raycon contest code in the Bob and Tom app on the newsfeed. Then enter it at bobandtom.com/contest. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't forget tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, you can be kicking back and watching 20 minutes of video highlights from today's show. We call it Bob and Tom Tonight. It's featured on the Bob and Tom YouTube channel. Just head on over there today and subscribe to Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. That's free. Won't cost you anything. And tonight you can kick back, relax, and instead of watching the latest coronavirus statistics, you could be watching Bob and Tom Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Bob and Tom's YouTube channel, bobandtom.com, even the Bob and Tom Facebook page. Don't miss it. Bob and Tom Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has unveiled a more than $3 trillion new coronavirus aid package. It would provide nearly $1 trillion for states, cities, and tribal governments to avert layoffs, another $200 billion in hazard pay for essential workers. It would offer $1,200 in direct cash aid to individuals, up to $6,000 per household. It would also extend unemployment benefits, and there would be $75 billion more for viral testing. A House vote is expected Friday, but the bill may find resistance in the Republican-controlled Senate. Democrats are making new moves toward a virtual presidential nominating convention this August, with a top party committee voting to grant convention organizers in Milwaukee the authority to design an event that won't require delegates to attend in person. Under the resolution, the party's convention committee will determine the convention's final dates, along with how it will be run. The proposal now goes to the full DNC membership. And residents of the Michigan town of Ferndale have seen roaming their streets, dancing hippos, sharks, and bears, not to mention a Pikachu, a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Mr. Potato Head, and a T-Rex. The occasional parades are done by Sarah Ignash and her friends. She usually looks after dogs, but with so many in the Detroit suburb under stay-at-home orders because of COVID-19, she now goes for walks in costume, and others have joined her. So far, the Ferndale T-Rex Walking Club has done 7 walks since March. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Area man sees eagle's nest, and it's Tom being interviewed by the news. Well, you know, I was just walking there at the end of my driveway.
Have you gone to see the Eagles yet?
Just amazing.
I don't know what's wrong with all you commie socialists. Here in America, the Eagle's a symbol of freedom, and I think it's important that the Eagle's making a big comeback.
Willie got 6 texts about the Eagle.
Will you stop bothering people?
Hey, if you don't want to see Eagle, that's
Leave
fine.
us alone, will
you, Josh. I'm sure we can
That's
get you some expat papers. You can move to China and serve bats
Blocking
to your
you right
fellow
now.
Reds, and read about Marx and Lenin and take away all your freedom.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Figaro Lapiu. Are you like me? Do you love to eat, but sometimes your food does not love you back? Oh my, that is quite unpleasant, is it not? Here at the Frigamall Industries, we have developed a pill that will take the stink out of... Of course, we cannot muffle the noise, but we can eliminate that embarrassing, eye-watering, wallpaper-peeling aroma. You will still hear but the aroma will be a designer fragrance chosen especially for you. We have country pine, potpourri, musk, and my personal favorite, sea breeze. Feels mist on your face. We call this modern miracle pill flatulante. I'm going to sing for you now. If you're a gentleman or a debutante, go out and get yourself some flatulante. Your gas can smell like roses. No need to hold your noses. You can rip one off when you want it. If your belly's an inferno.
Bell tire. I got a bell.
Oh, God.
8:02 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
I wish they were called rifle tire.
What?
Because I got a rifle. Oh, I'm sorry.
That doesn't make any sense.
Christy Lee is right there.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy 63. We have rain moving in overnight, low down to 50, and then scattered thunderstorms to start Thursday morning. Then cloudy, breezy, warmer, high 82 tomorrow, 45 right now.
This portion of the Bob and Tom Show features Josh.
Josh?
And me. This is Tom speaking for Window Nation. Now, Josh, we just determined you have 16 windows, right?
Yes.
With Window Nation, you only have to pay for 8 of them right now because Window Nation has a free online virtual quotes valid for 6 months. No one has to come in your house and bug you. They've got deferred payments for 2 years. You get 2 free windows for every 2 you buy. So in your case, you buy 8, you get all 16.
Yeah, there's no limit on that.
Plus 0 down payment, 0 interest for 2 years from our friends at Window Nation. Where do you find them, Josh?
WindowNation.com.
That's correct. WindowNation.com. Free online virtual quote, deferred payments for 2 years, 2 free windows for every 2 you buy, 0 down payment. WindowNation.com. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There we go. That feels good right there. We're going to get back to the action. Oh, wait a second. I'll look over at the big screens to my left. Once again, the studio is like being in a sports bar now. Screens everywhere. I can see Jessica Alsman from our staff is somewhere in her house.
I just shifted to the other side of the table.
You did
trying
what?
to do better lighting.
Shifted.
Shifted.
Tom.
Yeah, there was an F in there.
I heard you, Jessica. Don't listen to him.
What a filthy man you
Yes.
are. Filthy, filthy, filthy.
Look at those blue eyes.
There you go.
What do you got there? TV in the background? What is
Oh
it?
yeah, there's a TV. There's a
Metallica
I didn't clean. It's a Kill 'Em All, Metallica.
Oh, okay, cool.
Record player, radio guys.
Very
and
nice.
Funko
Very
Pops.
nice. Good to see you, Jessica.
And glitter.
Pat Godwin's in the around the corner of the Fudge's Made Studios.
Remember when TVs were those console televisions?
Sure.
With stereo and
Sat on the ground.
and they weighed about 4 tons. Remember those?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were thick.
Yeah. I'm a hog in here.
And
Had a nice oak.
And Chick, you were the first one to get the mount wall mounted on the wall.
Wall-mounted TV.
Was it like 8 inches thick? You
Yeah,
had to-
it was like
had to make sure that
4,000 pounds.
They came in and put some steel in the wall to make sure.
Every time you changed the channel, you heard your wall go. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening anymore.
Yes, sir.
That's Chick McGee at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. This is Tom speaking. Welcome back. Got a couple of requests I want to squeeze in here. Christy Lee's, of course, at the Navy Federal Credit Union news room in the
Yes.
newsroom. Are
Yes.
you sitting again?
No, I'm standing.
Okay, you're standing.
You can't tell the difference. That's so sad.
I
There
did.
it is.
Sorry, I can't tell.
Altitude-wise, there's no difference.
Sorry.
Well, the shot is waist up, so
Yeah, I know, but it's still the same no matter what. I'm
And
just
Christy's
short.
got her lumberjacky outfit on today.
That's my last day of flannel.
Okay. Which, again,
Looks
last day of
good.
flannel sounds like one of those gay conversion
I just want the weather to be nicer.
made by some
No,
ultra-conservative.
it's the lesbian kids, right? You
right,
get your
yeah.
flannel. You get
Last day of flannel.
Oh, geez.
We'll turn her.
Ellen Page in.
your last day in flannel. Christy, do you have a stool at your?
Well, we know that Jessica's got one on the other side of the table.
At
She
your
mentioned shifting it.
in your kitchen, you got one of those. I have to keep one of those rolling stools every now and then. That's needed, but
Yeah, I have a little stool.
you have a little stool?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there
You know
are
what?
Little stool.
there are
little
very
person.
few things on my upper cabinet shelves because I can't
I
reach
bet,
them.
right? Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on here. Where
Okay.
was I? Oh, I know. Josh Arnold. He's right over there at the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. Now, coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Tom Papa in about 10 minutes.
And once again, as a reminder, if it gets a little bit too germy in here, Tom has installed a fan. So if every now and then we have to turn the fan on
Yeah, Jessica, have you heard this one?
to blow the
Oh, no.
virus.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it seems a little germy
Does
right
it?
now, actually.
Get the air,
Oh.
the HVAC going.
Oh, man.
that's
Papers.
intense.
Okay, Christy, what do you have?
My wig.
Making the camera shake. Hang on.
Now, Jessica,
Wait a minute, that's funny. Do that again.
Ah. Put the fan on. There it goes. Oh, wow.
oh, yeah.
Just shake the camera.
All right, everybody, lean to the left. Lean to the right. All right.
Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight.
Now, let's see. We have a request here. We haven't seen you for a while, Jessica. I don't know if you heard, but rough weekend. A lot of great people left this earth,
Yeah.
including the Tiger trainer, Roy Horn, of course.
Yes.
And,
Really?
Yeah. And then Little Richard, the revolutionary rock and roll singer. And as you know, the funeral was yesterday, and we have some of the audio for you.
Can't even mourn.
This is the way Little Richard wanted to be remembered. And here it is for you right now.
As it races great balls of fire. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Well, it's really just raining Richard, right?
Yeah.
It's raining Dick.
Yeah.
Raining man, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. We have Christy Lee over there. What's going on?
Guy Fieri and Bill Murray will be competing against each other in a live nacho making contest. The Nacho Average Showdown will raise money for Fieri's Restaurant Employee Relief Fund, which offers financial assistance to restaurant workers affected by the coronavirus. Murray's and Fieri's sons, Homer Murray and Hunter Fieri, will also face off in their own nacho-making battle. Carla Hall will host the competition. It will be streamed live on the Food Network's Facebook page at 5 p.m. on the 15th, which is what, Friday? What day is that?
All right.
Yeah, both their kids are chefs.
Yeah, basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal and actor Terry Crews will judge the contest.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
And I love Guy Fieri. He's always, he's got his own look, of course.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Got the, what is it, frosted tips?
Yeah, sort of like
But he pulls it off. And,
a hip pastor.
Yeah, he's...
He does. He's a pastor of those church with a live band.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's him.
He's always doing stuff for other people.
What would you put on your nachos? If you were making nachos, what would it be?
What wouldn't I put?
Seasoned ground beef.
I think you got to be careful with nachos not to overdo it. I think you've got to...
I don't like to overdo it with the jalapeno.
You mean like the jalapenos?
Jalapenos. Yeah, I don't. I have those on the side if I have them at all.
You don't like nachos, Tom? You have to eat with a fork? You prefer just everything on a chip?
It doesn't matter. I just say you can do too much. I think this is going to be a nuanced, I think.
What kind of cheese would you use? Do you use the
liquid?
Yeah, I don't like that.
What? You want to use the shredded?
Yes, I like the shredded cheese.
Let it melt with the heat.
Do both. Yeah.
Finely shredded. Finely shredded.
my Velveeta.
What?
Finely shredded melts better.
Wait a minute.
Velveeta on nachos?
Yeah.
I'm about to tell you something about
mayonnaise on a mace.
I'm about to tell you something that will blow your mind about Velveeta cheese. That Velveeta cheese, when it's done, is clear, and they make it yellow.
Yeah.
They make it yellow.
Really?
They have to add the yellow?
They add
with
the
me.
yellow.
That makes
I could eat a block of it.
Nothing makes a better grilled cheese or
macaroni and cheese.
And nachos.
Velveeta,
I bet it works.
Velveeta and Spam.
I doubt if Mr. Fieri will be taking them to Flavor Town, but you never know. I love the show where he finds all these people in these hole-in-the-wall places that make amazing food.
Yeah.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
I love that show.
Triple D.
I've eaten at a few of those. Have you guys? I'm sure
Yeah,
you
I
have.
have.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him do one of those what's left in the fridge shows.
Oh, make something out of whatever you got.
Because on the cooking channel, they always have the crazy things, and you've got a pineapple, a bottle of champagne,
Worcestershire sauce,
and a signed NFL football.
Right, yeah.
You have to make something.
Casserole
I think,
out of that.
the guy would be great at that. But it's cool that the great Bill Murray is involved, so good for them.
That's awesome.
Doing something nice.
Alsman, are you doing a lot of cooking?
A little bit. Mostly baking, like pizzas. Donnie's been doing a lot of cooking. There's so many freaking dishes, though, right?
Yeah.
You mean dishes to clean,
me?
or?
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, there's just like Donnie, bless his heart, he got up to have a midnight snack, I guess, and he went to get a Pop-Tart. So he put it in the toaster, and then I woke up in the morning and saw a pizza cutter out just on the counter covered in Pop-Tart pastry goo. And I'm like, what the heck? He's like, well, I wanted to cut it up. I'm like, you could break it with your hand. You know how annoying a pizza cutter is to clean?
Oh, boy.
You got to soak it in a cup.
Sounds like
that's the chaos going on here.
Sounds like some healthy living.
Anyway, it's
Pop-Tart.
fine. We're fine.
I think Dahmer used a pizza cutter on his Pop-Tart.
Does Donnie know about Pop-Tart bites that they have at the store?
Oh,
They're going to blow his mind.
He does, but I probably would eat them all before he'd get a
They're a
chance
little harder to
have one.
toast.
Yeah. Well, if you have a toaster oven, you'd be all right.
Be sure to unplug that toaster before you reach around in it with a fork.
When you cram the tweezers down there to get it out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dishes just piling up. It's
Do you ever that thing
annoying.
with your toaster where you try to bounce something up?
Oh, yeah.
You hit that lever, try to bounce it up so you can catch it. And it's so hot that you burn your finger. Okay.
Now the levers have gotten good where you actually lift the lever up and they,
Well,
Our toaster here does that.
I've been doing the thing with where you take frozen hot dog buns and you put them in the toaster.
Okay.
And so they come out just right. but they're not tall enough to get them, so you've got to reach down there with metal tongs. Yeah, sorry. Unplug the toaster.
Sure, yeah,
okay.
please.
Sure.
Safety first.
But try to do that. Okay, coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Tom Papa. We've got some great requests that have been coming in. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com.
Oh, what jokes of mine do they want to hear?
I'll have to scan the
Half that.
email
That's
again. I missed
your
that.
go-to.
Got a request from Japan.
Oh.
For something about Japan.
Oh.
From a guy who's teaching English over in Japan, which is kind of cool. And he enjoys playing our show for his students, helping them with their English skills.
How about that?
Yeah, it's got to be fairly confusing. It's confusing enough for me, and I sort of speak English, and I'm right here.
I sort of speak English.
So who knows? Anyways, when we come back, we'll get some of those worked in. We got another song coming from Pat Godwin. We have a Tiger King update.
Yep.
And Christy, did you look at the video of the bicycle story that we have coming up?
I have not, but I'll do it on the break.
It is completely ridiculous.
Okay.
It's a new invention. I'm a big fan of bicycles. This one, totally ridiculous.
All right.
But it's supposed to be the savior of all humanity. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Rolling through a Wednesday, I'm Mark Allison. It is the 13th of May. Luckily, it's not Friday the 13th. Wednesday the 13th, 2020. Again, we are social distancing and keeping it real here at the Bob and Tom Show, making it through this worldwide pandemic and bringing a few laughs along the way. Glad you could join us. And remember, after the Bob and Tom Show, Ace Cosby steps in for Bob and Tom's Work Farce. Keep your smile going all day and keep your coworkers guessing what you're up to as you roll through this Wednesday hump day with us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Desk. Broadway through the summer. The Broadway League says no shows will hit the boards in New York before Labor Day, and even then, there's no set date for shows to reopen. Broadway's been shut down since March 12th as the new coronavirus began spreading in New York and elsewhere. Those of you with tickets, make it refunds or exchange. Ian Anderson is blaming 50 years of being on stage with smoke machines for a health problem he says will eventually kill him. The Jethro Tull frontman says he has chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, better known as COPD, which he was diagnosed with a few years ago. He says it's incurable and that his days are numbered. And Darius Rucker will perform the national anthem as NASCAR resumes the season that was put on hold due to the virus. Rucker will sing before Sunday's NASCAR Cup Series race at Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. Drivers will have their temperatures taken as they enter the track, and no fans will be present. However, you will be able to watch it on Fox. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Taking the wiener man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Taking the wiener man. Late at night when the bars are closing, alcohol takes its toll and the drinkers need their favorite vendor. A tasty treat of sausage splendor. Little man behind the car, police can't catch him because he's way too smart. The smell of mustard and a big umbrella, hot dog man's got the perfect cover. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the wiener man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the wiener man. Oh, yeah. He waits out patient out in the street. All the hunters want to sample the meat. He can't help but relish the fact the footlong keeps you coming back. Once you're feeling safe and cool, that's when the Wiener Man makes his move. You can't scream when your mouth is full. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Talking the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Talking the Wiener Man. Crowd. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the Wiener Man. He's coming for you.
19 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
It is indeed. It's going to be the Bob and Tom Show. Momentarily, we're going to hook up with comedian Tom Papa.
All right.
Dare I say, Papa's got a brand new book.
Well, we were going to hook up with Tom Papa.
I'm not going to say that. I am not going to say that.
I think he has to hang up.
Well, we're not going to say that. We have to do some other stuff. How about some weather, Christy?
How about some Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy today, high 63. Showers tonight down to 50, and then morning scattered thunderstorms, but cloudy, breezy, and warmer in the afternoon, high 82. We're at 45 still.
Okay, thank you very much. Coming up, your shot at some serious cash, of course, and other interesting things. Cool seeing the Blue Angels yesterday. Hope you got a chance to be a part of that as they
they were beautiful.
All across the country doing all kinds of stuff. And I want to congratulate Paul and Scott and Doug. I feel like I'm doing the romper room. I want to congratulate Paul and Dougie and Scott. And you could be like them. Just pay attention. Okay, there we go. We're back. This is the Bob and Tom Show. We are worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast on a bunch of great radio stations, and worldwide on YouTube. And it is the Bob and Tom Show, as I mentioned earlier, because we have hooked up the Zoom, and we now have comedian Tom Papa joining us as he stares into his computer. Hey, Tom, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, good. You've got good sound. Thank God.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Tom.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
Miss you guys.
If you've been watching a lot of television lately and everyone's doing the Zoom thing, about half of them are sonic disasters. We have the most interesting person in the world on the line right now, and you can't hear anything they're saying or it's echoing. So I'm glad we have a good hookup. Tom, as I mentioned earlier, you have a bunch of brand new stuff coming out. You want to lead with You're Doing Great?
Yeah, the new book, You're Doing Great and Other Reasons to Stay Alive.
We need that right now, too.
Yes. Yeah. It's I had no idea when I was writing it how relevant the stay alive part was going to be.
Now,
I thought I was just being funny.
Where are you right now? Are you at your home?
Yeah, I'm at home in Los Angeles.
Okay. And there's a bookcase behind you. Do you have a copy of your new book in that bookcase?
No.
Oh, there we go. Got a nice pipe. Got the nice pipe. And now, also in the world of stand-up, you've got a stand-up special on Netflix. And how many of these have you done at this point?
This is my fourth special, and then I had an album before that, so five specials, but 4 on the air.
Okay. And now, when you were a kid, back in the day of the LP, the vinyl comedy album, was there one that you played over and over and over and over?
Yeah, Wild and Crazy Guy with Steve Martin, which wasn't the first one I heard. It was Let's Get Small by Steve Martin, and then Class Clown by Carlin. But I remember being kind of obsessed with the opening up double album kind of feel of Wild and Crazy Guy, and I kind of drove that into the ground.
Yeah, and of course they were on vinyl. So you listen to them stem to stern.
So Wild and Crazy Guy was a 2 album where it's in a small club in the first album, and then the second one was the arena show.
I don't know.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Because I had the CD, and I remember it would go from one to the other. It transitioned halfway.
I want to say the first one might have been
in San Francisco.
I think it was at I forget the name of the club. It'll come to me.
Purple Onion?
No, it wasn't Purple Onion. It was the boarding house, I think. Wasn't
Yes.
it? I think it was live at the boarding house, actually.
Right.
But
just that great shot of him next to that giant speaker, and he was in his white suit with the bunny ears.
Yeah, but it's interesting that a lot of comedians had that one album.
Yeah.
Robert Klein or Cosby or Hello Mutta, Hello Fada, the great My Son, the folk singer, going way back, or Bob Newhart.
Sure, Button Down Mind, yeah.
Now, do you remember?
I just talked to Bob Newhart the other day.
Wow. Had you talked to him before?
No. Well, I had interviewed him once before live, and then the other day was the 60th anniversary of the Button Down Mind of Bob Newhart.
Holy cow.
And that he was #1 album ahead of Sinatra. It wasn't different categories. It was all the same.
Man.
And he was #1. And then his other album came out like a year later, and then that was 1 and 2 back and forth for a while. It was so huge. 60 years later, he's like 90 something, and you can tell it was so impactful that he still talks about it and like gets a rush out of the juggernaut of that album. He's still like excited.
This is some obscure trivia, but the #1 selling vinyl album of all time at its time in 1963 was Vaughn Meter, The First Family. Are you aware of that story? The famous Kennedy parody, that was the largest selling album in history, and it was a comedy album. And then, of course, some bad things happened, and that kind of fell off the charts.
It fell off the chart, huh?
Now it's kind of dated. That has nothing to do with our guest, Tom Papa. You're doing great on other reasons to stay alive. Available wherever books are sold, which these days I guess is probably a lot online. And
and the audio book too.
Tom is a regular on NPR. Obviously, your travels for now are off, but you've been traveling from city to city doing reports of lots of places all over the country on Saturday evenings.
Yeah, it's called Out in America. I really love doing that. And the last one, there's going to be one this weekend where I talk about it. The segment's called Out in America. And I'm like, that really has different meaning now. It's like out to the store, back in to the house.
Now, one last question. I know you got to get going here. When you do auditions, when you walk into a room, the audition area and go, wow, this is who these guys think I'm like? Is there like is there a particular type of role that they look for you to do?
Yeah. It's usually dads with pudgy heads.
Do you run into the same 10 guys every time?
Yeah, I try not to go on those too much. They really are kill your soul. There was Dan Natterman. Do you know the comedian Dan Natterman? Mm-hmm. Very funny comedian. He looks a little like a Woody Allen. He's got big glasses.
Yeah, when he was here, I compared him to Arnold Stang.
Yes.
Which goes back even farther, the great Arnold Stang.
Yeah, and I remember he came back from an audition, and he came back to New York after being in LA for a while auditioning. He said, I don't know what it is with that place. I walk into the waiting rooms, the whole hallway's filled with nerds. Bunch of nerds. Well, why am I going out for this role? It's like, dude, you don't really understand what you've got.
Tom, did you do your own audiobook, or do you have like Jeremy Irons reading?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I did. It was literally like the third day of lockdown, and I had to sneak out in my car, go to the studio, park in a secret location, scurry in there. There was one guy with a face mask, and I had to read the book over 3 days and do the whole audio thing. It was so bizarre. And there are things in the book that really stand out that I was like, whoa, I didn't I guess I was ahead of my time here. I have to talk about how awful cruise ships are for a long time. Then I talk about how germs are coming to attack us. And then I talk about traveling and how gross it is. And I'm like, well, doctors get on this coughing thing. Everyone's coughing.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Tom Papa is our guest and regular on NPR on Saturday evenings, and I'm sure that'll be coming back soon. And the book is called You're Doing Great. And I assume that there'll be a headline writer somewhere reviewing this where they do have the headline, Papa's got a brand new book. Or perhaps Come to Papa.
I think you're the first one to think of it.
There you go. Congratulations.
Do you ever say, Bob Seger style, come to Papa when they bring over the pizza?
I won't. I've come up to many shows to that song.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if a lot of club owners did that, but he's never heard this.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom, what a great pleasure. Once again, the book is You're Doing Great. And it's a guy who's also featured on Netflix. Tom Papa, You're Doing Great, the stand-up special. Thanks, Tom. Great talking to you.
You're the best. Good talking to you.
See you, Tom.
Take care.
See you, Tom.
Yeah, that audition, everyone says that the soul killer. I'm glad he used that phrase. You walk in the room. Remember Natterman? He does look like Arnold Stang. Do you remember who Arnold? Remember, I actually.
Nobody knows who Arnold Stang is. Nobody.
Oh, they should.
Well, sure,
Is
they
he a
should.
character actor?
Yes,
Yeah, he kinda looks like a turtle.
He's most famous probably for
60 years ago.
It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World, right?
Yeah, Jonathan Winters destroys.
They destroy the gas station.
He's the one, actually, he broke his arm during filming, and if you look closely, he's wearing a cast.
And he was.
He's the chunky guy.
advertisement.
Here we
Chunky,
go. Maybe
yes.
this will
Chunky.
bring it back. Ready, Christy? Here we go.
Chunky.
That's him.
What a chunk of chocolate.
Just very New York.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
He's got a chocolatey voice.
Yeah,
Hey, I can do
we were able to
Arnold
interview him a
Stang.
long time ago.
You
great,
did?
the great Arnold Stang. And what a perfect name for an uber nerd.
Oh, yeah.
Arnold Stang. It wasn't like a cool name.
Chunky.
Brent Seacrest.
Chocolate.
Arnold Stang.
It's baby talk.
You can do that very well.
Thank you. Now,
I love you.
got a request from Japan for something Japanese, Christy.
Okay.
Turning Japanese?
The vapors?
You know that's masturbation.
Turning
You know
Japanese.
that,
I'm
right?
turning
You get that part,
Japanese.
right?
I really think so.
I'm turning
We'll get that in
Japanese.
a minute. But right now, before we get there, I wanted to have Pat do his tribute to the fact that Jessica Alsman has joined us from her home.
Hello.
And your home is actually, your backyard goes right into the backyard of Josh Arnold.
I can see Josh's house right now.
All right.
It's so creepy. And my little pet squirrel I've made friends with because I'm going crazy here.
Pat, you have a song about this?
Yeah, I think this would be appropriate. This is called Brand New Love, dedicated to Josh and Jessica. They're neighbors. I love the way you dance around the place and twirl your hair. I love to watch you making dinner in just your underwear. And when I see you asleep at night, so pretty in the soft moonlight, it gives me hope. I love my brand new telescope. I saw you ordering curtains again from Amazon. This is the 4th time this month I stole those packages off your lawn. Got a light out in your John. I guess I'll have to wait till dawn to see you lathered in soap. It's so powerful, my brand new telescope. Sha-la-la-la-la, love my brand new telescope. I remember the way you danced around your place. Now I'm sitting in jail with a big dude in my face. And there's a light out in our cell. I guess it's just as well I've lost all hope. We're playing submarine, and I'm the periscope. Sha-la-la-la-la, I miss my brand new telescope. How about that?
Thank you very much.
A song about
pretty.
Jessica watching me. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, got this from Japan.
Hi, Japan.
Hello, Japan. Guy teaches Japanese.
Konnichiwa?
She teaches English to
Konnichiwa?
Japanese students. And he was somewhat.
You mean English?
Oh, God.
That'll help. Thanks very much. Once again, setting back relations.
They do. They think it's funny.
They
do
know.
that.
Okay. This is Christy Lee struggling with a little bit of it.
I love you.
Thank you very much for limited time. This is Christy Lee struggling with the English and.
Whatever you do, always be a good sport, Christy.
In Japan's biggest bank heist ever, 2 masked men seized cash worth over $5.4 million Saturday as it was unloaded from an armored car sitting outside of, I'm going to have to spell this for you, the Fukutoku bank branch. The Fukutoku bank branch. He beeped me.
No. It's Fukuto, I believe.
It's F-U-K.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. F-U-K-U-T-O-K-U. That's the Fukutoku.
Thank you.
Listen to me.
All right.
Get a pencil.
F-U-K. All
Write
right.
this down, Einstein.
Okay.
F-U-K.
Got that.
U-T-O.
U-T-O.
K-U. That would be Fukutoku. Now, I understand the police are taking every precaution against another heist, and they're staking out the Fukutoku sister branch.
Twice. I'm sorry. You can't do that.
I am trying to pronounce this. If you would just give me a break.
I'm sorry.
For a written transcript of today's show, send $2 to
The
Merkel Press.
Japanese have named this city. I am sorry.
It's a bank.
You cannot.
Well, police are staking out the Fukutoku sister branch, which is known as and the horse you rode in on, Bank and Trust.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, this honorable Bob and Tom Show.
Well, that's so honorable now. Yes.
Yes, calling from the Fukuto Bank. Calling to say bank robbers on a big spree.
Are they?
Really?
Yeah, they robbed some other banks too.
Oh, they
what,
did.
What other banks did they rob?
They robbed the shove it up your bank. Had a hot tip that this afternoon they may be robbing the eat and die bank. Possibly tomorrow to go yourself.
Really? Quite the spree, huh?
Yeah, we're very worried about it.
So the correct pronunciation is
Foo!
Foo. No fa.
See? Yeah. If you start off with fa, you are.
That's an O. That's a long O. It should be.
How many times did I tell you not to say that?
It just slips
Christy,
out.
stop, Christy. Go drink some coffee.
Howdy now.
It's Fukutoku.
Hello.
Yeah, who's this?
Hi.
Is this Marty, the boss?
Hey, you know, last night I had a terrible dream.
What happened?
I dreamt that Tom Griswold went up to a very, very tall building and was going to jump out and commit suicide. It was terrible.
What happened?
He couldn't get the window open.
I see what happened there. Yeah. My favorite part is when something and he just leans way, he shouts across the room.
Yeah.
Not fa. Foo. Foo. Okay, I'm glad we sorted that out. By request, all the way from Japan today. Once again, we are worldwide on American Forces Radio and on YouTube. So happy to be here and happy to be there. Thanks very much for joining us. I want to remind you that I had a great shave this morning. Thanks for asking. Because I'm using Harry's razors. And they didn't ask me to talk about this, but my favorite thing about Harry's razors, because it's got the basics, all the great stuff you need, super sharp, Brilliantly designed, but it's the way it feels in your hand, much like my favorite pen. You see, got the Precise V5 RT Pilot. Oh, yes.
Your face almost shaves itself. It's got enough weight to kind of...
The perfect handle.
Yeah.
Now, Harry's doesn't really want me to talk about the fact that it's the perfect handle, so I won't, but that's why I love it. I shave in the shower, don't even have to use a mirror because I get just see that perfect balance.
Oh, shave in the shower, darling.
I'm sure Michelangelo felt the same way about having just the right paintbrush.
Of course.
Because it's an art shave.
Sure. And your face is a work of art.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And Harry's Razors, the couple guys had this idea, why are we paying so much for razors?
Abstract.
We don't need to have it look like a vacuum cleaner with some ball or cram a battery in it so we feel like we've got a palsy. No. What it's about sharpness and steel and great design. Harrys.com. And so Harry said, I'll tell you what, we're going to get everybody to try this because 10 million guys have already converted. It's about $2 a blade for the refills, and Harry's is now going to sell it to you. Are you kidding me? The trial set, knock off $5. It's $3 plus how much to ship it to your house?
That's free.
That's free. So we're talking $3 here. You got to check this out. They'll mail. You don't have to walk into the drugstore, get behind the guy in line that has a visually poisoned cough.
Just came to get a razor, Sonny.
No, you don't have to even go there. They'll mail it to you. So it's $5 off the trial set. How do you get it? You go to Harrys.com, type in Bob and Tom. That's the special code. You get the razor, the weighted handle that I love, foaming shave gel, the travel cover, $3 plus free shipping. The code is Bob and Tom. It's Harrys.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Harrys.com. And by the way, for the guy that mailed me the letter, yes, it's Harrys. If you go Harry is like hair.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's something vastly different.
Gotcha.
When we come back, Christy, what do you got?
Well, we have an electric bike that you can pack in your backpack. That's interesting.
Fraud.
Well, yeah, kind
Seen
of.
it?
I did see it. I watched it.
Fraud.
Wasn't there always a guy on Ed Sullivan who would ride the world's smallest bicycle?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Real stupid.
This is even more stupid. As
This is a
fish off.
total scam.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed that we're doing this story.
I'm going to remain
I wonder why we're doing it.
Well, I tell you what, and I take it all back. If Josh can ride this, I will shove a frozen kielbasa.
Well, I think
when we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. Stay long.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, remember, for everything Bob and Tom, we have one spot for you, bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, and information about your favorite morning show, plus links to all of our social media sites. We know you kids love your social media. And, of course, much, much more. Check it out today. You've got plenty of time. Head on over to bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up with relationship expert Allie Breen live from New York City. We'll find out what sort of relationship issues you've been having, and maybe we can solve one or two of them or not. Allie Breen on the way on a Wednesday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee, and from the crazycockwine.com sports desk, this is your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Major League Baseball made an opening presentation to the Players Union yesterday on terms to start the virus-delayed season. A person familiar with the discussion says that MLB did not make an economic proposal during its opening presentation. The meeting lasted between 3 and 4 hours. An agreement with the Players Association needed to play ball. Owners would like to see the pandemic-delayed season starting around the 4th of July in ballparks without fans. The NFL has awarded 2 new grants and renewed 7 others through its social justice platform Inspire Change. The new honorees are Council on Legal Education Opportunity and Success for All. Both organizations will use the funding for educational advancement. And a 28-year-old sumo wrestler has died from the virus. The Japan Sumo Association confirmed the death. He was identified by the Association of Shibushi, whose real name was Kiyotaka Suotake. The association said he died of multiple organ failure and complications of the coronavirus. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
There's 8 of us in a Jim Walter home. They got your genes and my chromosomes, but these young'uns are about to drive me out of my skull. They've lost their minds and you lost your looks. You think I've slept with the telephone book, but to tell you the truth, I'm only halfway through the queue. And if you try to save this marriage again, I kill you. Louder than an outboard, Evan Rude. You got us living on Little League food. You're cooking corn dogs for a 35-year-old man. And you've been laying around like I'm a nurse's aide. I ought to draw checks from Medicaid. You laid on the sofa till your butt turned black and blue. And if you try to save this marriage again, I kill you. Honey, call your lawyer, get him on the phone. Y'all can split everything that I own. Divorce is rough and there's hell to pay, but we don't own anything anyway. Since you turned me into the Internal Revenue. And if you try to save this marriage again, I kill you. Honey, call your lawyer, tell him everything. Man, that fat lady sure could sing. Take the darn house and I wish you luck. There's a hooter girl waiting in the pickup truck. She's a 38D and she just turned 22. And if you try to save this marriage again, I kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Also with us, Christine Stedman. Now, you're a mom?
Well, a mom and a grandma. I think you know that.
I know.
I'm a grandpa.
This is how this
Are
works.
you?
Yep.
She's been married 27 years and still a virgin, Tom.
Yes.
28,
Well, you know, I
28.
have a lot of grandkids. My daughter keeps having babies. Has one almost every year.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, she called me the other day. She goes, "Mom, guess what? I'm pregnant again. There must be something in the air." I'm like, "Yeah, you're late."
But seriously.
Hello?
Bang!
Hey,
Zoom!
hello?
Zing! I'm getting her fixed.
Get sick, turn my stomach, throw up, chuck, pray to the porcelain god. Barf, belch, bail out, blow chunks, lose lunch, vomit, feed the fish, and heave a log. Evacuate all you ate, retch, route, regurgitate, drop your cookies, puke, and spew. Hurl, purge are just a few words that come up when I think about you.
In my home, where I play with my toys. 846 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, Chick McGee. Christy Lee's got the weather forecast.
It'll be cloudy today with a high of 63. Rain coming in overnight down to 50. Morning thunderstorms, then cloudy skies, breezy, warmer. 82 tomorrow. 45 now.
Thank you very much. You heard the man before that. The man before the man before the man. Pay close attention. Your shot $1,000 happening. Congratulations to Paul. Is it Buchter?
Oh, no, is it?
Or Buchter?
Buchter, hardly matter. No, wait a minute. What? Buchter. Oh, I bucked her dirty.
Buechter. Would that be Buchter?
Paulie B.
Well, hey, Paul, congratulations.
Yeah.
Winner, the $1,000. Okay. Now, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. Got a little something for you coming up. Look how pretty she is today.
Thank you.
Hey.
See, I was waiting for either Christy or Jessica to pick up on that. Neither of them did. Ace said.
I'm just assuming
That's better angle. That's better
Jessica
lighting.
looks
Yep.
so pretty.
Better
I'm
lighting.
not.
Yep.
You look very
I
nice
had to
today.
switch to a different camera thingy. Hopefully it works okay.
Okay, very
looks
good.
good.
Jessica Galsman over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. It's Christy Lee.
Hi.
With his buns atop the special orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. It's Josh Arnold. If that phone rings, it's the track phone hotline. And Christy, if you look to your right, you see Chick McGee sitting in the crazycockwine.com sports chair.
Hey, buddy.
Good morning, Sergeant.
Ask for Crazy Cock Wine.
Do they have liquor
at your
yet?
liquor store.
Who?
How about you?
Thank you very much.
You have liquor yet?
And we're also joined by no. We're also joined by in the around the corner of the Fudge's main studios. It's Pat
Speaking of
Godwin.
liquor, speaking of ass kissers, speaking of
Now we just got off the phone with comedian Tom Papa. He's
fine man.
Got a brand new book, and of course you probably know him from his work with Keith Richards and Mick Jagger, because of course.
Oh my gosh.
That's the Temptations.
Yeah, but he's saying he was a Rolling Stone.
Joke is
the joke he dares call it.
And once again,
Papa's got a brand new
book.
Tom Papa's really funny. I saw him in 2013 at the Hollywood Improv in LA, and it was him, Kevin Pollak, Nick Swartzen, and I think he was recording for his podcast. But Matt Damon was there with his friends and family celebrating his birthday.
Oh, cool. Fun.
All right.
It's is he tight with Matt Damon, or I don't know.
Don't know. We have Christy Lee at the aforementioned news desk. What's going on over there?
Well, researchers at the University of Tokyo have created an inflatable electric bike. It's called the Poimo, short for Portable and Inflatable Mobility.
It's a scam.
It's made from flexible thermoplastic polyurethane and requires less than 10 psi to support the average rider, which the average rider in Japan weighs what, 112, 115? After it is inflated, which can be achieved either with an electric pump or a hand pump, which will take considerably longer, the bike still needs to be attached to wheels, an electric motor, a battery, and wireless controller to operate.
So this is a scam.
This is not a backpack bike.
Yeah, you got to bring wheels, a motor, and a battery.
So where are you going to put that stuff?
Do they all fit in the backpack?
No.
What?
No.
How dare they call it that?
And then I looked at the thing.
Yeah.
It weighs about 12 pounds, but they say if you run into somebody, it'd be like hitting them with a pillow.
A pillow.
Because it's like inflatable. It's like a
if the whole
float.
If the whole thing fit in a backpack, maybe.
Right.
But it's ridiculous looking. It's just.
I love the way he honestly gets irritated and mad by it.
Well, it's so convenient here. They've got a machine blowing it up that's going to take up a lot of space, and then they show up with the wheels and everything else. It's essentially two pillows that they have to mount on a rack with wheels.
Sure.
Strange.
It's basically a blow-up chair.
Yeah.
This is not going to be the future of transportation, I can assure you.
Well, they're still in the, design stage.
Yeah, well.
It's not being consumed by consumers
You know,
yet.
battery technology is space age right now. It's on down the road. They could make a skateboard, battery-powered skateboard that pretty good distance and
but
decent
I
speed.
heard a physicist saying that batteries are not going to be able to get them much smaller.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to get a battery the size of a baseball that powers an automobile.
I think they're small.
ever.
Oh, well, but they are quite a lot smaller than they were. I mean,
Yeah, but it's just certainly. But this thing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You got to, it's a blow-up bicycle that weighs 12 pounds, and then you have to bring in wheels and everything else.
That's silly.
You could make a titanium frame that would weigh less than that.
Yeah,
and
there
take up
are
less space.
there are foldable bikes that you can
Yeah,
put in
yeah.
a backpack.
You
That's true.
ever camped on an air mattress, Christy?
Yes.
And you hear this sound?
Yeah.
That's more of a.
Well, if you're on your inflatable bike, you're on your inflatable bike in the middle of Shanghai, and you hear.
You better have a patch kit.
You're going to be walking very quickly. Okay, well, it's a scam.
Hong Kong's government will give priority to a contentious bill that seeks to criminalize abuse of the Chinese national anthem.
Hey, Josh, it's contentious.
Yeah, it
is that right?
It is.
The proposed law is aimed at ensuring that residents of Hong Kong, a semi-autonomous Chinese territory, respect China's national anthem. Under the bill, those who use the anthem for commercial purposes or publicly and intentionally insult the anthem, such as booing it during soccer games, could face fines of up to 50,000 Hong Kong dollars,
Oh, yeah,
which is
China
about
against free speech? I never would have guessed.
$6,450, and up to 3 years in prison.
I hate them. I hate China.
Oh, I wonder what the.
You have every
Oh,
right to.
sake.
You hate everything about that, but you don't hate
Henry, the mild-mannered janitor.
Fooey.
Hong Kong Phooey?
Number one super guy.
Hong Kong Phooey. Remember who did the voice of Hong Kong Phooey?
No.
That just won't stop.
Scatman Crothers.
Oh, yeah.
With the Hong Kong Phooey chop.
Is that Scatman singing this?
Yeah.
Number one super guy.
Oh, maybe not.
We got the gist. Was that a hit?
That was the theme.
It was a big-time cartoon.
Come on, you didn't watch Hong Kong Phooey?
Can't say I did.
Number one
Tom.
super guy, Hong Kong Phooey. What do you mean?
Will they be making that today, do you think?
I doubt it.
Probably not.
Okay.
Hong Kong Phooey. Look at this. Oh, he was a dog?
Yeah. He was a dog in a kung fu outfit.
Oh, I bet I'd love Hong Kong Phooey.
I bet
Look
you
how
would,
awesome he
too.
is. He's got a mask.
He wore a mask. Yeah. A happy dog.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a yellow belt, apparently.
Nice. Come on. What's that?
Speaking
You
of-
want to hear it again?
Henry, the mild-mannered janitor.
Could be.
Could be.
Hong Kong Phooey.
Okay.
Oh, they've got to bring it back.
I don't think that's.
Why isn't that being made a movie? Huh?
Let's finish up our Chinese hunk with this. A large chunk falling from Chinese rocket apparently barely missed New York City. China successfully launched the latest version of its largest rocket, the Long March 5B, last week. Unlike most rocket launches, which typically have 2 stages, the Long March 5B has just one core stage with a mass of about 20 tons, but broke off and it made an uncontrolled re-entry into the atmosphere. The U.S. Space Force's 18th Space Control Squadron confirmed the core stage re-entered Earth's atmosphere Monday morning at a location over the Atlantic Ocean. However, the core missed New York City by approximately 15 to 20 minutes. Had the stage re-entered early, the city would have been showered with debris.
You know, kind of tone deaf of China right now.
Yeah, you might want to lay low.
Yeah, maybe this is the time, China, just to kind of chill for a while. Yeah. Before you start setting rockets off.
Yeah, don't answer the phone if it rings. Just act like you're not home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just be cool for a while. Coming up, we're going to talk dating with Allie Breen. And I got this. Someone just suggested this for you, Pat Godwin.
What's that?
You mentioned that you're currently single.
Yeah.
Looking for love out there.
Not right now.
Oh, he's looking.
Well, I'm always looking.
Here is a line that I have been asked to give to you.
Oh.
In the event that you meet a lady and in a situation, because I know you met the lady at the Kroger.
Sure, yeah, with the mask on.
You want to say to her, I want to scurry up your leg like a Hawaiian boy going up a tree for a pineapple.
It's a bit cumbersome.
It is very
Well,
cumbersome.
also, are there
way clunky.
Are the pineapples way up high on trees, or
Yes.
are they down on the ground? The
pineapples are on the, coconuts are up on the
maybe you
tree.
should change it.
Pineapples
I
grow
want
in
to
a
scurry up
field.
your leg like a Hawaiian boy going up a tree for a coconut.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you remember
Coconut.
Godwin's story about how he met the young lady?
How?
I was wearing a Bob and Tom T-shirt.
Oh, really?
He points to it and he goes, I'm on that show.
I work there.
I never said that.
Yes, what you said the first time through
In all
this
truth, he
story.
said, I'm Chick McGee.
That worked a lot better.
When we come back, we'll find out about that. And Tiger King in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. BobandTom@BobandTom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Wednesday, May 13th. I'm Mark Allison. Remember, you can always email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com, if you'd like to hear a request of a comedian, a bit, a song you've heard on the show. Could have been a long time ago, could have been within the last week, could have been yesterday. Let us know. We'll see if we can't replay that little gem for you. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Just put request in the subject line. Let us know what you want to hear. We'll put it in front of Tom's face. Boom, instant request. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has unveiled a more than $3 trillion new coronavirus aid package. It would provide nearly $1 trillion for states, cities, and tribal governments to avert layoffs, another $200 billion in hazard pay for essential workers. It would offer $1,200 in direct cash aid to individuals, up to $6,000 per household. It would also extend unemployment benefits, and there would be $75 billion more for viral testing. A House vote is expected Friday, but the bill may find resistance in the Republican-controlled Senate. Democrats are making new moves toward a virtual presidential nominating convention this August, with a top party committee voting to grant convention organizers in Milwaukee the authority to design an event that won't require delegates to attend in person. Under the resolution, the party's convention committee will determine the convention's final dates, along with how it will be run. The proposal now goes to the full DNC membership. And residents of the Michigan town of Ferndale have seen roaming their streets, dancing hippos, sharks, and bears, not to mention a Pikachu, a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Mr. Potato Head, and a T-Rex. The occasional parades are done by Sarah Ignash and her friends. She usually looks after dogs, but with so many in the Detroit suburb under stay-at-home orders because of COVID-19, she now goes for walks in costume, and others have joined her. So far, the Ferndale T-Rex Walking Club has done 7 walks since March. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Most cats, they got that attitude and look on their face like Tom watching people serve themselves at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
Swear to God. You know what I'm talking about, chick.
Oh, yeah.
Equal parts disdain and contempt. You know, just staring and judging. Oh, speaking of buffets, how long for you guys feel safe venturing into one of them again?
I hope pretty soon. I can't wait, actually.
I'd rather take a cruise to Haiti and eat raw murder hornets on the half shell.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Here, boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. My dog's been talking to me. And I ain't wild about the conversation. He was originally contracted as a sweet but loyal mute. Now he's turned into a speechifying yakety-galoot. And I gotta tell you folks, I don't know what it was I expected. But his choice of subjects is what really stinks. The way he talks about cats and squirrels would set your ears to ring. And don't you get him started on that spay and neuter thing. You know, you can only just hear so much about marking territory technique and such. Hey, quit looking at me, buddy. Anybody can see that my dog's been talking to me. Now, he don't like that dry dog food, no matter how clean his teeth it will make. Well, he would rather snack from a hefty sack and then brush with a fluoride paste.
9:02 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Once again, Christy Lee has the weather.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy with a high of 63 today. Showers overnight down to 50. Scattered morning rain and thunderstorms, and then cloudy, breezy, warmer in the afternoon, high 82. We have cloudy skies, 48 currently.
Okay, that shirt you have on isn't flammable, is it?
No. No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Why?
good. Oh, has you ever been injured at work? And if you're injured at work, do you know what to do?
Oh, that's easy, Tom. I just reach for a hammer.
Oh my gosh, it is flammable.
It's just really smoking, really.
Okay, yeah, no, hammer's good for nails, not working.
Leave her alone!
I just have to call somebody that says it's easy then.
Oh, no. Not easy at all. Work injuries are complex.
Unbelievable. I'll just take it over.
That
It's
was an
obviously
unholy scream.
the right answer, of course, if you're injured at work. Galetko and Daly, the work injury lawyers. How many times do I have to tell you? What is their practice focused on? Injured workers. I'll take it from here.
It really should be Daly and Galetko. He does more work.
Does he?
Oh, really? That's what you're going to get into this argument? They were trained together. OSHA trained, as a matter of fact, and they have the answer to your personal injury issues because they're professionals, unlike the staff here. You'll find them at IndianaWorkers.com. That's right, IndianaWorkers.com. They've always got the right answer because they go to work when you can't. All right, we're back. It's the Bob and Tom Show. First names only. Ace, over there. Engineer. Joke guy. Chick.
How about you?
Over there. CrazyCockWine.com sports desk. Josh, the official sidekick chair. Sponsored by OrangeInsoles.com.
Yeah.
Jess Christie, and she's just at the Navy Federal Credit Union News. Are you in the chair again, or are you still standing?
I'm standing.
She's in the
My new
news
thing.
room. Okay.
She's still standing.
Pat, around the corner where the fudge is made, and Jessica is at her home.
Hello.
And, she is Zooming with us as we turn it back over to Christy Lee. Christy, what's happening?
Filmmakers behind the Tiger King series working on more big cat content for you cats and kittens for Netflix that may feature former handler for Siegfried and Roy.
She's kind of got this voice.
Yeah, I know.
Hello, you
cats and kittens.
Hey, you cats and kittens.
She doesn't
Cool.
move her
Yeah.
teeth at all. She just goes like this.
Tiger, Tiger King. Tiger King and Tiger, Tiger King.
Hey, hey.
Tiger King and Tiger, Tiger King. Tiger King and Tiger, Tiger King.
I didn't kill my husband.
Tiger, Tiger King.
Dr. James Liu, a member of the Tiger King production team, told The Hollywood Reporter they're working on a follow-up episode, but I guarantee you Carol Baskin probably won't be in that one.
It depends how big the check is.
That's true.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Anybody else feel like Tiger King was like a year ago?
Yes.
Yep, I do.
So played out, it feels.
Yeah, I
think people,
Is it ever?
people are over
Hasn't
Tiger
the Tiger King musical already come and left Broadway?
Well, not until September, at least.
Don't we have the Real Housewives of Tiger King on some obscure cable channel?
House husbands.
Okay. Maybe what's his name? Siegfried can get together with
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic, and they can.
Oh, yeah.
Siegfried and Exotic.
If they did that, that would. When things get back to wherever they're supposed to get, can you imagine how that would pack them in Vegas?
Oh, yes.
Siegfried and
sure.
Joe.
Siegfried and Joe. It would be. They could charge hundreds of dollars per ticket. It would be the biggest show in Vegas.
They have a couple things in common, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Whatever. I'm not trying to get. Just trying to.
Well, tigers and lions is what I was saying.
Oh, my.
Okay.
We have other animals in the news. A bear broke into a Tennessee rental cabin to steal candy while guests were still inside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Is
well.
that right?
Yeah,
Bell
but
honeys.
Michelle Eberhardt and her husband were renting the cabin in Gatlinburg. Beautiful place. With a group of friends this past weekend. I hope they were social distancing. When Eberhardt said she and her friend spotted the bear putting his full force on the door. The animal ultimately broke through the locked door and entered the home. Police responded to the scene. No, that's not
Well, I
what he
hope
did.
the cabin had a back door.
Were able to get the bear out of the house and shoo away 3 other bears that happened to be on the porch.
Wow.
Eberhardt said
You
the
get the
bears
candy?
took 5 pounds of Reese's peanut butter cups and a pound of M&Ms.
Reese's, you hick.
Reese's.
Reese peanut
2
butter
pounds
cup.
of Sour Patch Kids and 2 bags of potato chips, 2
So,
beers and 2 Diet Cokes.
Sounds like healthy eating, not a priority.
And
5 pounds of peanut butter cups and a Diet Coke. Okay, you got it. You know how to do it.
they also took 20 Zyrtex.
Well,
They must have allergies.
Yeah, tree pollen's bad right now.
And then they were like, dody, 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 dody.
Did the bear steal any insulin?
No.
Who has 5 pounds of Reese's peanut butter cups in their cabin?
Oh, how is it
weekend.
up there on your pedestal? huh?
Good. It's wow. 2 Diet Cokes.
2
2
beers.
pounds of what'd you say? It's the M&Ms and
Yep.
5 pounds of Reese's.
Yep.
Okay.
And they are good.
They're sure they're good, but I guess the bears like them too.
Of course.
Right, okay, thank you.
But I don't know what they're going to do with the Zyrtec. But you're right, Jessica. I couldn't live without Zyrtec right now.
Me either.
Scientists have found a group of neurons responsible for controlling the direction that mice turn.
Oh, that's cool.
They refer to them as the steering wheel neurons.
What? So something in their brains tells them which way to go? This isn't science.
Thank you, Josh.
What?
They found them in the brain stems of mice and could help, they say, better understand motor control in both animals and humans, researchers.
All right.
Maybe they could help me. Need to
Help
find
you do what?
the neuron that teaches me how to parallel park. I cannot get that down.
Don't you have a fancy-ass car that does it for you?
I probably do, but I have no idea how to work it. No, I've never been able to do it.
I'm very good at it. You're good at it too, right?
Yeah, it's a trick to it.
Line up the mirrors, right?
Your rear view mirror has to, the curbside front fender. When that, you can see that in your rear view mirror.
Clear.
Back it in, and then when you see that, cut it. And you're in.
Okay. I've done it until I heard the crashing of a braking rear light.
Well, you can't shut your eyes while you're doing it.
I'm a pull-through parker.
A what?
Yeah, I like pulling through.
Pull-through parker.
What if you have to put stuff in the back of your truck, though? What if you load your groceries? How do you do that?
Put them in the side. I don't know.
Now, you don't pull through when it's a diagonal parking spot, do you? I hate when people do that.
And then they're facing the wrong way.
Yeah, and then they cause trouble when they try to make a right.
He's so irritating. He's a menace. He goes to the ATM and gets out. He won't.
I'd never stop honking. And revving my engine.
Oh, man.
I'd be revving my engine like Christine threatening to hit you.
He's standing there. He's got to look. He can't operate a cash machine from his car.
I virtually never go to the ATM anymore. I'm over it.
And then didn't you drop some money one day, Tom? And what was the process there to pick up the money?
This is incredible.
I didn't drop the money. I was at the ATM right here. And the money shot out. And it went flying.
I love this already.
Very heavy wind. So I had to chase the money. It was all 20s.
Of course.
And it was blowing briskly.
I love this.
And I came up with a system where you grab the bill, crunch it, drop it again, and go get the next one.
Right. Not hang on to the bill.
No. Not holding
Drop
the
and
bill.
roll. Didn't have that kind of time.
You've got time to handle every bill twice.
No, you crunch it up, and then it doesn't blow as much. Then you go back.
Why don't you
and
just put it in your
recollect
pocket?
Yeah, crunch it and put
I
it in
didn't have
your
that kind of time. It was really breezy.
I would pay for.
I wish we had the video.
Closed circuit video.
Oh
of that.
God!
You know it's on somebody's camera.
And that's shown every year at Christmas somewhere for some company.
They laugh themselves sick.
That's the place with the bank. They had to come and dig up the entire system because
something got caught.
A can got caught in the.
Where was this?
Right here, the one up there.
Oh man, it
right
got
there.
stuck in the
Third?
The closest bank.
Across from the old Taco Bell?
May or may not have numbers in the title.
Yeah, I don't know what's Christy doing, trying to close the whole branch.
But they had to
They're okay now.
They had to redig the whole tunnel system.
I had no idea.
They're making some sort of. They're capitalizing on the Fifth Third thing. We're more than 100. Where we go a little extra or something.
Oh,
They
because they're
finally
not
decided-
3/3, they're 5/3.
5/3 is more than 100%. A whole, yeah.
Great people. I'm just saying that the ATM, I had to chase all the money down.
That's so
But
funny.
you happened to be already out of your car when you did that, right?
Of course.
It just dawned on me that the reason I'm so upset by this story and have been for years is that you're smarter than this.
Right.
And we can't get through.
He won't accept.
You touch the bills to crumple them up. You don't hold on to them.
I'm sprinting.
Well, why didn't you just... Oh.
So when you're in one of those, you're in one of those contest cash machines where it's like a phone booth, and you're just grabbing them, crushing them, and letting them drop.
Yes. As long as I'm able to get them.
That's exactly the same thing. We need to get one of those cash machines in here one morning.
And you'll recall if you've been to that particular bank, they've got that line of bushes up there,
and we can give the money to charity.
And some of them actually went through the bushes onto the street over there.
Oh, jeez.
I love it. Love it.
That's because when you handled it, you threw it down again.
Watching somebody chase something is
and I
so
know,
funny.
I know I'm yelling, but Help me!
Okay, coming up, we have a couple great requests. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We'd love to hear from you wherever you are in the world.
We have Allie Breen coming up. We get to cure people's love problems.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to talking with Alan.
Wouldn't you watch a TV show called Men Chasing Hats on a Windy Day?
Yes.
I would watch it every day.
Now, I forget who was in the car in Vegas with me. I think it was either you or Dean. And the guy's toupee blew off.
I don't remember. It must have been Dean.
And the main strip in Vegas is about 12 lanes and super dangerous to cross. And we were there. Remember this? Who was with me then?
I would have loved it.
And this guy's toupee blows off. And this is like crossing a freeway.
It is.
And this guy suddenly starts chasing his toupee. God, it was great.
Yeah, the strip in Vegas is crazy.
And it was a black toupee, so we, of course, went in and put some serious cash
the
in
only
black.
time,
And we're a big winner.
All right, there you go.
I was in Vegas with you during, it was like 125. Remember that? We went to the Chinese restaurant.
That's a dry heat.
Yeah.
Last time we were there. No, it was actually 107 degrees.
Yeah, it was
and
crazy.
I took you to that sushi place.
Yeah.
It was really
very nice. I want to remind you right now, you got to keep that car going, got to keep that truck going, whatever you're doing. Napa cares about you and the communities across America that they are part of. That's why Napa's got a bunch of options for you. For example, Napa Auto Parts stores. They've got lots of stuff you're going to need. Napa Auto Care Centers, where they'll do the work for you. And you might not have heard about this, NapaOnline.com. You can go online and get the stuff you need delivered right to your house. So whether you're headed to the store, on your way to work, or just trying to get home safely, very important right now. Napa is around to provide quality parts and superior service to everybody on the road. Why? They've got Napa know-how. Check out NapaOnline.com. Get some of that stuff done if you've got some extra time right now. NapaOnline.com or Napa Auto Parts stores or the great Napa Auto Care Centers. Once again, they've got Napa know-how. Good friends of the Bob and Tom Show. When we come back, the lovely, she's currently trapped in New York City, but she wants to hear from you and talk about what's going on in the world of romance. It's Allie Breen next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. And this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
My friend Christopher steps in at 3 p.m. Eastern today to host what we call Bob and Tom's Repeat at 3 p. Again, hosted by Christopher. His studio and office is right through that wall, though he no longer comes in. Haven't seen him for weeks. Don't even know if he's still around. But I do know he hosts the Repeat at 3 p.m. With Christopher, we'll replay today's show back to back. That's what I'm getting to right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Tell Christopher I said hello and I miss him.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Lights on Broadway will stay dim through the summer. The Broadway League says no shows will hit the boards in New York before Labor Day, and even then, there's no set date for shows to reopen. Broadway's been shut down since March 12th as the new coronavirus began spreading in New York and elsewhere. Those of you with tickets, make it refunds or exchange. Ian Anderson is blaming 50 years of being on stage with smoke machines for a health problem he says will eventually kill him. The Jethro Tull frontman says he has chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, better known as COPD, which he was diagnosed with a few years ago. He says it's incurable and that his days are numbered. And Darius Rucker will perform the national anthem as NASCAR resumes the season that was put on hold due to the virus. Rucker will sing before Sunday's NASCAR Cup Series race at Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. Drivers will have their temperatures taken as they enter the track, and no fans will be present. However, you will be able to watch it on Fox. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
And now, here's your chance to win a pair of wireless Raycon earbuds, just like the ones Chick McGee wears.
What?
That's right, and here's all you need to do. Download the free Bob and Tom app from iTunes or Google Play. Locate the Raycon contest code on the news feed, enter that code at bobandtom.com/contest, and you're registered to win.
I can't believe I'm saying this. That makes perfect sense.
The everyday E25 wireless Raycon earbuds, their best earbuds yet, with 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a compact design that gives you a nice noise-isolating fit.
You don't understand this because your mind doesn't work at a normal fashion.
Right.
All the details now at bobandtom.com. Thanks to Raycon, Chick McGee,
That's a joke.
and the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, darling. I hate to interrupt you, but there's something I must tell you. I will sing for you now. My dear, if you find yourself in Holland, they'll say to you, how yaman. In France, they'll say, fermez la gueule. In Athens, you'll hear, scamons. In Berlin, it's Helton Sie the Schnauzer. In Jakarta, it's simply Bonkom. Let me translate for you, darling. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Has there ever been a topic on which you don't expound? Has there ever been a moment when your mouth wasn't making a sound? Have you ever had the feeling that you might have said enough? I am begging you, my darling, shut up, shut up, shut up. Day or night, it does not matter. You still want to shoot the breeze. When I hear your constant chatter, I'm thinking, someone shoot me, please. Maestro, the key change. Now we are in the bedroom. So comfortably reclined. Too bad the only intercourse we're having is the conversational kind. There's just one way to stop you from blabbering so much. Say hello to Mr. Johnson and shut up. Shut up.
Real hairy. 9:20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show. How
She's got
about you?
Beautiful head of hair. It's Christy Lee with a quick forecast.
Thank you, Tom. Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy 63, showers tonight down to 50. Morning scattered thunderstorms, then cloudy, breezy, warmer, high 82. Right now, peaks of sunshine 52 degrees.
Thank you very much. Keep your ears open. Crystal's got some serious cash coming your way. Coming up on Q95 throughout the day. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. Let's just do first names again. I like that. Christy, Josh, Chick, Ace. I'm Tom. That's Pat over there in the around the corner of the Fudge is Made studio. We have Jessica Alsman reporting from her home.
Hello.
And Allie Breen reporting from her apartment in New York City.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Hey, Allie, it looks like you're at a comedy club. Your wall is brick.
Are you sitting on the floor?
I am. I'm at my friend's apartment. I couldn't take the drilling anymore, so I broke out of quarantine and I'm staying at my friend's.
All right. Bless your heart.
Oh, well, that.
And I'm trying to Zoom with my phone, so I have it set up. Yeah, I'm sitting on the floor trying to figure out.
Looks great.
Yeah.
It does look good. That's a natural brick wall. Looks like you're doing a stand-up special.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
it's a
Gonna open my
sit-down
new
special.
club here. Yeah.
No, does your friend know what you do?
Yes.
Like right now, I mean, like this
I mean,
segment.
that sounds like I do something dirty.
No, I mean, they're familiar with this segment.
Yes, but she's actually out of town, so I'm in the apartment by myself. There's no one listening.
Okay. You're going through her
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah, go to the bedroom. Let's go through some
Went
of
through
her
the medicine
drawers.
cabinet already. Went through,
Our nightstand.
I've said this. I've said this
We don't
100
share
times.
toys.
If I've been to your house, if you've invited me for a dinner party, and I use the bathroom,
Yeah.
I've snooped in your medicine cabinet.
I don't blame you.
And in all the drawers. And
never been compelled to do
I don't
that.
have that gene.
Absolutely.
Neither do I.
What's going on
You know
here?
what I do? I look behind the shower curtain. If you have your shower curtain drawn, I always look behind the shower curtain.
Always look behind it. I judge how well you clean.
Oh, I never care about
Oh, I do.
Our friendship is based on how clean you are. Yep.
I'm always worried someone's hiding behind the shower curtain, though. So it's like, making sure no one's back there. You know? No.
Who are your friends, Jess?
Yeah, no joke.
Not all of them are nice people.
Did you ever?
Wait, Chick, aren't you worried about them hearing the drawers open and close and the cabinet open and close?
I'm very sneaky.
I bet.
I make believe I'm a spy.
Uh-huh.
Another thing I do, if I go to somewhere and I ask them for their Wi-Fi password and I sign it, I always scream, "I'm in!" Like in a movie.
And you're famous, of course, for the double-decker, or sometimes called the upper-decker.
Now, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong on this point of the show, but you sat us both down, Josh and I, and said, let's not talk about double-deckers anymore. You said that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the upper-decker, Josh.
And here we are.
Right, I'm familiar with the upper-decker.
Rather than using the traditional bottom part of the toilet, you use the tank.
Yes.
And if I'm correct, didn't we learn about that through him?
Of course we did.
Yes.
I don't remember him sitting down and saying no more upper decker talk.
It's the perfect prank.
I can't believe that's a meeting that was called to action.
Oh, yes. That's the kind of meetings we have.
Oh, I believe it.
Do we have a meeting today?
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna
All right, well, Allie, let's get right to it. Allie Breen is a New York-based comedian, and Allie is this apartment also in New York City?
It is. It's in New York City. Do you know how many empty apartments there must be here? So many people fled New York. You can probably stay anywhere you want to.
Oh, wow.
It looks like you have a sunlight on top of your head. It's beautiful.
Oh.
Is there a skylight?
There's not skylights, but there's windows everywhere.
Nice place.
Pretty much.
Sounds great.
A little chilly in the winter.
A tent would be considered a place, right?
It's true.
Now,
It's
you
true.
you and I are going to help everyone with their love lives, theoretically, here. What have you got?
All of us, not just
Dear
you.
Allie. Yeah, we're all great
In
at
this
this.
together.
Dear Allie, I just realized I'm always the first one to say I love you in relationships. So I haven't said it in this one. It's now been over a year and he still hasn't said it. Should I just cave in and do it or continue to wait it out?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a
It's been
year. My gosh, say it. Go ahead and say it. If you feel it, say it.
Holy
Or
smoly.
ask him why. Ask him if he is that a thing you can do? Can you say, "Do you love me?" Or is that
You
obnoxious?
can, but why not? If it hasn't been said yet, just go ahead. If you feel it, say it to him and see how he responds.
It's all a matter of timing, probably. You don't want to do it at the wrong moment.
Well,
hey, you got any toilet paper?
By the way, love you.
Love you. Thanks, hon. Love you.
By the way, love you. You can, because there's a good chance he's been wanting to say it and he's afraid. So, say
This
it.
is like love you chicken.
And if he
also,
doesn't,
love ya is very different than I love you.
Yeah, the love you thing is a little
I agree.
I was saying that as a joke.
less
but yes.
powerful, less meaningful.
As Jerry's always said, the I love you matzo ball hanging out there on the return. It's kind of a big thing to leave hanging out there. So
Let's not get too deep into
There's a lot of pressure now.
what was wrong this morning? You only said love ya. Oh,
I went to sleep and didn't say I love you.
do guys ever worry about that?
only when she does.
Okay, just asking.
Maybe a
Yeah,
short
like, do
point,
guys
maybe.
think about the first time they're going to say it, or you just let it go naturally?
The answer is yes.
First date. Yeah, guys were. Yeah, I bet Godwin's. Boy, what a. I'm so happy to finally meet you. Love you.
I love you. I want to marry you right now.
This is being on a first date with Godwin. I want you to meet my son. I love you.
Yeah, absolutely true.
They call him the love bomb. Here he comes.
I recommend her say, just go ahead and say it.
I do too, because if they've been doing this for a year and he's not in love with her, she needs to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just there for the vigorous rogering that this stud's giving her.
Well, she could go, I love you, and he could go, I love you. I love the sex we have.
Yeah.
About that D.
Or he loves her apartment because he's living there. Who knows?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love your central air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love your shelter.
I love the convenience of you.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'd be homeless, not having a job or a life.
All right, so we've solved that problem.
Next.
Yeah, go for it. Say it. Dear Allie, I was using my boyfriend's computer and I found old emails and messages from his ex. They were from before we were together, so he wasn't cheating, but he was saying really filthy stuff to her that he's never said to me before. I actually got really jealous, but then my best friend told me that I should be happy and not jealous because he obviously respects me that much more.
Josh, you want
Is
to
she
take this?
right?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Behind the Scenes with Bob and Tom.
Do you want to handle this one?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Josh losing his mind.
Go, Josh, we'll just hand this one right to you. Go
This
ahead.
is one of my biggest pet peeves. He probably doesn't even remember that those emails are there. He hasn't taken the time to delete them because he forgot they were in there. This is nothing to worry about. If you want him to talk dirty to you, say, I want you to talk dirty to me.
And don't call me Susie like you call her.
Yeah.
Just because there were letters left in a drawer that was never looked at, Sherry, doesn't mean.
How do you think I learned how to do this?
Yeah, no, just don't worry about it. If you want him to talk like that to you, ask him to talk like that.
This gets back to the beginning where Chick says he goes into someone's house and goes into their medicine cabinet.
Right.
Snoop.
Not me.
Neither do I.
Not a
Call me the Snoop Dog.
Don't care.
Did you snoop in the
Wait, but
past?
are there
Chick?
girls?
Did you snoop in the past with other relationships?
Oh yeah, I snoop. I don't have to be in a relationship. Well, friendship, yeah, I snoop everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere
Wait,
I've been,
snoop
ever.
like phones? Do you snoop a phone?
Journal?
No, I don't snoop phones.
Journal?
Okay.
You would. No, Chick, I think Chick would.
Chick would read
if
a
Chick
journal.
discovered a journal.
I would read a journal.
Yeah.
Now, back in the day when you'd go to someone's house and there might be a stack of albums there.
You make a judgment on what's music they listen to?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. I don't think you can help that.
Oh, you've got Melanie.
Oh, boy. Not a
skate.
Burt Camford album in sight. I'm out of here.
Candles in the Rain. Great song by Melanie.
Little Burt Camford, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Hitmaker himself.
Oh, this
The
says
fly in the ointment in this
raw sex. I hear Burt Camford.
scenario is he said things to his ex that he hasn't said to her.
Right. Well, there's a good chance.
That would give me pause.
There's a chance that of course.
Oh, God.
There's a
Every
chance.
person's different.
His ex probably said, I want you to get filthy with me, and he did. So that if you want that, then do it. If you don't want it, then don't worry about it.
I hope he says that happened.
Oh, my gosh. Do you say the exact same things to your girlfriend that you said to your other girlfriends?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have a script.
Yeah. You've got a
same nickname.
You got a type 20.
Here
that
comes
you-
number 6. And she'll go, oh boy, saying number 6. Yeah,
I'd like you to call him Herman.
Herman, paging Mrs. Herman.
Every relationship's different. Every person is unique.
Yep. Don't worry too much about
Come
this.
on.
Just start
Well, would it
reciting
be a
everything back
respect
to him.
thing? Oh, that would be great.
What is
Like,
it?
that sounds familiar. Like,
It is kind of the respect thing, maybe, but what does she want? Does she want to be talked filthy to?
Does she want respect? What does she want?
You can be respectful and dirty.
Have you
Yeah.
ever used the wrong name?
I can be respectful and dirty right now.
I've used
right?
the wrong name in a fight before, which is not a good time to use the wrong name.
No.
I'd rather use it in a fight than having sex, though.
That's true.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you mom.
Okay, Tom, once again,
You don't.
you realize I know you're being Mr. Funny and made a joke, but for you to think that is a joke, that tells us something. Never mind.
I'm calling for a meeting today.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's move on to our next letter. We're speaking with comedian Allie Breen. Allie, go.
Dear Allie, I gave my ex-girlfriend a credit card that she could use while we were together.
Smart.
I canceled it after the breakup, and then I started getting a bill for a card that I don't have. She somehow opened a card attached to my account and then maxed out the card.
Hit 'em up
She won't
style.
respond to any of my calls or texts. And should I mention our breakup was because I cheated?
Oh.
What can I do?
That's
Going
called
on.
revenge
I mean, honestly,
spending.
what can you do? Could he get that?
Well, it's fraud, right?
Right.
Yeah.
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 But she's
I gave her
revenge
permission
spending.
initially. I don't know.
I don't know.
She has
In
kind of
that
some.
case, if it depends on how much she spent, if it's a felony or not,
Wouldn't
but it
she
might
have
be.
to? Wouldn't she have to start up the account with a signature? And wouldn't she have to?
Exactly. I don't know how this.
Declare.
That'd be great if the credit card company was like, well, how bad was the cheating? Let's figure that out and then decide.
Well, yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. I don't know how that works with the bank, but yikes.
That's a bummer. She's nuts.
Yeah. You think?
I think you should address these when you respond, dear, he deserved it.
Yeah.
Like Ann Landers.
Right, maybe he should just take it as punishment. I don't know how much maxed out would be.
Well,
but
that's what I'm
rough.
saying. What was the cost of the revenge? How much did she spend?
What's the credit card minimum?
You can get. I don't know what it is. What? 500,000?
No, 500 or 1,000. I don't know what is when you get a brand new credit card. What's the usual minimum?
Tom Black Amex Griswold over there.
I think 2,000 might be the starting.
You want to go out on a date there?
I said 500 or 1,000.
I think
Tom's going to get a lot of love letters.
I think it's dependent upon your income what they
You know
start
what you
you
should
at.
do, Tom, is give us all a company credit card. That's what you should do.
Yeah, how come we don't have company
Yeah,
credit
how
cards?
come we don't have company cards?
I got bills.
Well, of course.
I got things I want.
Always thinking about the bottom
Give
line.
me a credit card, Tom.
That's right.
This is sort of inside, but we have a message here from a windbag who knows what Godwin's first date, what he says on every first date.
What is it? What is it?
Hello, nice to meet you, Kim.
I love you. Would you like to meet my son?
Pat has either been married to
Have
or
you heard my
dated
John Mayer music collection? Oh,
5 or 6 Kims.
Yeah,
in his
many
life.
Kims.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
First girlfriend in high school, even.
Do we have time for another letter, Tom?
Yeah, we do.
Dear Allie, I have never had a relationship where I haven't cheated. It's the only way I can keep things exciting for myself.
Wow.
Grow up.
My friend said I should try an open relationship, but that seems creepy to me. And I think it's the getting away with it that I like.
Okay.
Why get in a relationship?
He
I
likes
don't even
it.
feel guilty about it. I mean, what they don't know won't hurt them, right?
What
It's creepy that you're cheating.
Yeah, that's creepier. Yeah, how do you find cheating not creepy, but an open relationship is creepy?
You're a scumbag.
Because he doesn't want the permission.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the whole thing.
Right, he likes it.
Yeah, he wants to sneak around.
You're a scumbag, dude. You should not be in a relationship. You're breaking hearts everywhere. It's terrible.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, apparently no
He's
one's
not necessarily breaking hearts.
Right, they're not
Maybe
finding out.
they're glad to get rid of him.
Yeah.
There's that.
Please have an affair.
True, too.
Yeah. We can't help you, man. You like what you like. You're going to hurt a bunch of women.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what to do. Eventually you'll get shot, probably. I think this problem will take care of itself.
You know, there has to be gunplay down the road. There would have to be. Yeah.
Jealous husband or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Enjoy it while you can. That's my advice.
Okay, well, thank you, Allie. Now you take care of New York City. Are you going to be in this new apartment for a while?
I'm here for at least a week and a half. So next time I'll probably be talking to you guys from here.
Okay.
So I'm away from my apartment's like a construction zone for some reason.
What are
So
they
this
doing? Do you know?
They're drilling. There's something about the outside bricks or something that need to be. Something is. I don't know.
Well, you're in
something
front of a brick wall right now.
standard.
It looks like you're doing a set at a comedy club. Have you ever, since you haven't been on stage for a month, have you done your act?
No,
Just for yourself?
I've done some of the podcasts and radio stuff, but I've not done. No, Zoom stand-up seems really weird. It would take a lot for me to try to do a show.
Yeah, but I mean, have you done it just so you can keep it in your mind?
I've written a little bit, but I haven't done my act at all. No, maybe I should.
Just do it to a mirror. Hi, anybody from out of town?
Yeah, crowd work's going to be at a minimum.
Hey, nice shirt.
Hamburger.
Okay, thanks, Allie. If you want to get a hold of Allie, ALLIBREEN, Allie Breen on all social media platforms will try to help you with your love troubles or perhaps brag about your successes, whatever. We want to hear from you.
Good job, Allie.
Thanks, Allie.
Bye,
Thanks.
Allie.
See you guys later.
Right now, I want to remind you that the job world, very odd right now. Just a lot of folks looking for work. And a lot of places looking for workers, and hooking up the two is what ZipRecruiter has always been all about. ZipRecruiter still doing what they've always done, helping people find jobs and helping businesses find the right people for roles that they have open in their business. So if you're looking for a job, ZipRecruiter is working with you to find the right job faster, dedicated to helping you get hired. From caretaking to delivering food and goods to building medical facilities, supplying protective equipment, and much, much more happening right now. In fact, ZipRecruiter's app will send you up-to-date job openings so you can be one of the first to apply. And if you're actively hiring, ZipRecruiter will invite candidates to apply for the most urgent roles you have, making it faster and easier to reach the people you need. ZipRecruiter, connecting people who need jobs and companies that need people. ZipRecruiter is working with all of us to keep moving forward. So let's work together. Check it out, ZipRecruiter.com/work together for more information. That's ZipRecruiter.com/worktogether for more information. When we come back, we'll try to review a little bit of history and find out what else is going on with Christy. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Might be time to check out Bob and Tom's VIP membership. That's right. It's a little extra, but it's totally worth it. You get the live 7-camera video stream of the show each and every morning. Plus, you can listen to the Bob and Tom Show commercial-free and on demand with our daily podcast. Listen to the show while you mow the lawn, while you take a shower, while you're in the front porch watching traffic go by, while you're downstairs in the basement trying to avoid everybody. It's there for you. We're here for you, including the archives and the complete album library. Check it out now at bobandtom.com/VIP.
I'm Chick McGee, and from the crazycockwine.com sports desk, this is your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Major League Baseball made an opening presentation to the Players Union yesterday on terms to start the virus-delayed season. A person familiar with the discussion says that MLB did not make an economic proposal during its opening presentation. The meeting lasted between 3 and 4 hours. An agreement with the Players Association needed to play ball. Owners would like to see the pandemic-delayed season starting around the 4th of July in ballparks without fans. The NFL has awarded 2 new grants and renewed 7 others through its social justice platform Inspire Change. The new honorees are Council on Legal Education Opportunity and Success for All. Both organizations will use the funding for educational advancement. And a 28-year-old sumo wrestler has died from the virus. The Japan Sumo Association confirmed the death. He was identified by the Association of Shibushi, whose real name was Kiyotaka Suotake. The association said he died of multiple organ failure and complications of the coronavirus. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's new from Bob and Tom Toys.
Come on, Elmo, laugh. Elmo. Hey, Mom, my Tickle Me Elmo is broken.
Broken?
I tickled him, but he's not laughing.
Honey, that's not Tickle Me Elmo. That's Hurt Me Elmo.
Hurt me, Elmo?
Yeah, Hurt Me Elmo. You hit him, and he talks.
Okay, here we go.
Ouch, that hurt.
From the makers of Pull My Finger Charlie, it's new Hurt Me Elmo.
Hey, cut it out, kid.
Hit him harder, sweetie.
Okay.
All right, now that's it. Knock it off, you little bastard.
Good one, Elmo.
Mom and dads everywhere are learning that Tickle Me Elmo is cute and cuddly, but doesn't prepare kids for the dog-eat-dog world they'll have to live in. New Hurt Me Elmo teaches kids self-defense and self-confidence as they beat the tar out of cute little Elmo. The harder you hit him, the more he talks.
Take that, Elmo.
Hey, stop hitting me, you little
Now you've got it.
Talk to me, Elmo.
Look, you rotten little that hurt.
Tough. Elmo.
Hurt Me Elmo.
Oh, you can punch Elmo, you can kick Elmo, you can leave Elmo out in the rain or the sun. Pull his hair, twist his arm, poke his eyes and then run. Slap his face, kick his knee. New Hurt Me Elmo is fun.
Come on, little boy. Please stop hitting me.
Elmo, I love you.
Ouch, that hurt.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Harlan Williams is here with us.
You ever talk in your sleep, though?
I don't know.
You want me to camp over tonight? Was that like a subtle invitation?
Is that what it was?
I don't know.
You need a place to stay? Is that what you're trying to hint at?
I'll lay on your new shag carpet.
Bob's got a nice place.
Here's what happened the other night. I wake up in the middle of the night. My girlfriend is crying her eyes out, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, baby, what is wrong?
Baby.
She's like, you were talking in your sleep last night. And I'm like, well, what did I say? She said, you said it's over, you big greasy freak. So I looked at her right in the eyes, very lovingly, and I said, baby, no.
9:43 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Cool seeing the Blue Angels yesterday. Great flyover.
I had a big sign, Welcome Blue Angels, waving it.
Did they honk?
They wave?
Nothing. From them.
They may have honked.
Going rather swiftly.
Oh, is that what the problem was?
Anyway, let's see now. Where was I? Christy Lee has an update on the weather forecast.
Cloudy today, 63. Showers tonight down to 50. Scattered thunderstorms early, then cloudy, breezy, warmer. High 82 on Thursday.
So I should mow today then, Christy.
54 now. Yes, you should.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Paul, Scott, Doug, winners. You could be a big winner, too. I know Crystal's got something coming up. It looks like $1,000. You could be a winner. Find out all the details at Q95.com. While you're at it, I wanted to remind you that we are selling a bunch of stuff at the Bob and Tom store and giving the money away. So if you've always wanted a hat or a shirt or whatever, you got a friend that wants one, by all means, now's a good time to grab one because we're giving the money to Feeding America, which is trying to help out some folks that need some help in these confusing times. So you could be part of the help if you want. That'd be nice. We'd appreciate it. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. Let's see. Today is the 13th of May, 2020. The quarantine continues. We're socially distanced with Ace Cosby at least 12 feet away from me right now. He's our engineer. Chick McGee is way far away.
Yep.
At the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Ask your liquor store to start carrying Crazy Cock wine, would you please? Josh is at his post, theorangeinsoles.com sidekick chair.
That's right.
And Christy's through the glass at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Hi, everybody.
Are you sitting or standing right now?
I'm sitting now.
Okay, good.
Yes. You can't even tell.
Can't tell. Jessica Alsman has either grown a tail or there's a cat in your room.
Riri's here.
Riri.
Super happy and purring like crazy.
What a jerk.
She's a good girl.
What's the name of your cat?
Her name is Renesmee, but we just call her Riri.
Is Renesmee some sci-fi thing that I should know?
She's Team Jacob. She is a Twilight fan, apparently.
Twilight.
So,
is she still friends with the squirrel?
Yes. So this squirrel has came back every single day.
Aww.
Okay. Jessica's
Adorable.
obviously at home with her
pussycat.
Yes, then we'll just leave it right there. Not the old.
Has a name
not
for a
the
pussy.
you're going to have to move your cat joke. There's Pat Godwin in the around the corner the fight is made. Christy, what have you got over there?
Chinese media recently reported the bizarre case of a 10-year-old boy who allegedly developed black mold in his ear canal.
Oh, my goodness.
From wearing earbuds for too long a period of time.
Oh, my God.
You would think that the human body had some way of preventing this, even in dark, secluded orifices like the ear canal, but it turns out with the right conditions, fungal infections can occur in our ears.
Ew.
Oh, you know what he was listening to?
No, what?
Moldy oldies.
Let's go to the hospital.
Oh, baby.
Walking down the street.
I assume she's pretty. I'm blind.
I'm blind and I can't see. Wake up.
Okay, some moldy oldies.
Wow.
I liked it.
And that famous guitar riff, that down, 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 down.
From Pretty Women.
Roy Orbison.
Pretty Woman.
That was lifted from a sax solo on a Little Richard album.
Oh, that's a great song.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Little Richard.
Yeah.
Oh, Little Richard, didn't he die recently?
What? Very sad.
That's weird.
Very sad. Yeah, well.
And finally, do we have time for one more?
Yes, we do.
A fairground in Indiana has started offering drive-through fair foods.
No
Without
way.
the actual fair, Josh.
Great idea.
The Hancock County Fair's been rescheduled to the middle of July, but the fairgrounds in Greenfield, Indiana will be serving elephant ears, funnel cakes, corn dogs, jumbo tenderloins, and other carnival treats. The offer will reportedly take place for the next few weekends, and the exact schedule for fair food to go will be announced soon.
Okay.
Why can't the movie theaters let us have drive-through popcorn places?
Some of the smaller ones are. I told you that.
Well, yeah, and then somebody will send me an email. We got drive-through popcorn in Pennsylvania. Well, that's not going to help me.
Depends where you are in Pennsylvania. That's kind of cool, kind of fun.
That'd be very fun.
Looking forward to fairs getting started. Hope that can get that done. I'd love to see that again. Now, would you like to hear the Little Richard funeral?
No.
We were able to get a recording in there as Little Richard is there. He wanted to go in a special way, much like James Doohan shot into space. Little Richard. Here we have it right here for you. That's Breen Richard. Hats off to the great Paul Schaefer, the author of that very fine song. Wow. What should we do today in history real quick, Christy?
Well, I hope so, because I
tired of us
Today in history.
shorting today in history. We need to do it sooner.
Yeah,
we
really
always
spend some time.
wait.
We didn't even do yesterday in history.
I know. I hate
It's not my fault.
We missed some big stuff yesterday. Wow.
Like what?
Florence Nightingale's birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's big.
What a name.
That's a lovely name.
Can you
Her
imagine?
middle name is Owutta.
Oh, what a Nightingale.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Florence, oh, what a Nightingale.
Did you know that?
Catherine Hepburn.
Love her. Great book,
1907.
Hepburn. Great.
You old hope.
Yeah,
She doesn't read it, does she?
Oh, God.
I
Diane
read the
Rehm
actual
does.
book.
10 hours long.
Yeah, because it's thick, too.
Okay, should we get to today in history? I'm sorry, that was
What is it?
That's all yesterday. Well, today is.
Thanks, Leonard.
Okay, today's the 13th of May, sorry, and some very important things happened on this day. In 1914, the great Joe Louis was born.
One of the finest basketball players ever.
Wasn't he a boxer?
Yes, thank you very much. His parents, of course, famously named him after an arena in Detroit.
Oh, did
Isn't that
they?
interesting? Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Dear dumbass. B. Arthur, born 1922, of course, famous as
Her sister
Maude?
C. Arthur.
Maude.
Born,
Golden
Yes.
Girls?
3 years later.
Jim Jones, born in 1931.
Misunderstood hero.
Monkey
What is
salesman.
wrong with you?
Jim Jones.
He was a monkey salesman?
Horrible human being.
History
Door
will
to door?
Do a little Google search. You'll see Jim Jones peddling monkeys
Yep.
door to door.
Yep.
True, and it wasn't actually Kool-Aid, right? The phrase "drink the Kool-Aid."
No,
right.
it wasn't Kool-Aid. It was an off-brand.
Off-brand.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Like-
Kool-Aid gets the bad.
I know.
Like Tasty Aid or something like that.
Okay.
Cyanide.
Time now for things we learned on the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you by Granger. We learned we can't trust Josh anymore to be in the room while we're on the air.
I'll say whatever I want.
Granger, 90 years, giving your facility the products they need to keep it running. Granger, for whatever you need, whenever you need it. For the ones that get it done, that's Granger.
Thank you, Granger. We tried to come up with a list of the best things that have to be cooked twice.
Yeah, refried beans,
Twice baked potatoes.
Yeah.
What was the third one?
Oatmeal. I never get it right the first time. I always have to,
okay.
Yeah, zap it another second.
Spaghetti's good. This heated back.
We
up.
come up with a list
that
of the top 3 things to do with potatoes.
Yeah, eat them. Number 1. Number 2, shoot them out of a gun.
Decorate them with
We did not do this.
human features.
Yeah. To get out an old
potato
light
head.
bulb.
Potato
Yeah.
heads broke. I believe it was.
Yeah, you can get an old light bulb.
Let me rephrase it. The top 3 things to prepare potatoes for eating.
The
Number
top
1, of course, French
3
fries.
potatoes, yeah.
Number 2 was
Baked.
baked, number 3 mashed. Is that correct?
I like a scalloped.
Oh, I do too.
Good
I like
choice.
an au gratin.
I like a hash brown
Let's see. Christy's, this is the last day. Christy will be wearing a flannel shirt.
until winter.
And what's the name of the book again you're writing?
What book?
The Last Days of Flannel.
Last Days of Flannel.
My life
I
is
can
a
see that as some
lesbo.
conservative organization. That's one of those gay conversion movies that they're trying to
He didn't
force
hear me. He couldn't
I-
get mad.
I heard you.
I didn't hear.
Let's see.
My life is a lesbo.
I'm not a lesbian, but if I were, so what?
Thank you. Tom Papa has a new book out there.
I feel like they giggle at me when I say lesbo, the lesbians. I think they get me.
No, they
I love
find you
lesbians.
offensive.
I think I'm a hero.
Let's see. Someone has developed a face mask
With a straw hole.
with a hole for a straw in it, and I'm surprised they're not being attacked by the politically correct people. As I called it, a glory hole for your margarita.
Yeah.
And we had the song Wrong Side of History.
Okay.
Hot God.
Josh has announced that Bigfoot cannot get coronavirus.
That's right. Yeah.
Not even the coronavirus can find it.
That's exactly.
Every other place on Earth, but not Bigfoot.
That's right.
And I asked Chick earlier to drink a cup of Shut Up. He chose not to.
I did not listen.
Oh, and Christy claims that she does not deuce here. It's good to know.
I don't.
And the governor of
Ohio.
named
Mike DeWine.
no, who's named Mr. Ducey?
Somebody was double deuce.
Oh,
What was-
Ducey. Governor Ducey.
Governor
of Arizona.
Ducey.
Okay, all right.
Dick
That was the
Ducey.
nickname his frat gave him.
Dick Ducey.
Yeah.
And now on to the
Doozy
meeting.
clogged the toilet again.
This
go
is
on
the
to the
Bob
meeting.
and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter at Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
We do have in the news the sperm smoothie.
Yes, we do.
Please saying that.